It was a very cut-off one, but welcome to High Rollers Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Welcome. I'm your Dungeon Master, Mark Sherlock Hulmes. Woo! Joining me this week, we have Chris, poster boy of your Controtimus.
Yeah.
Kim doesn't invite people to barbecues rituals.
Actually, it wasn't really a barbecue. It was more of a smoker.
Tom hasn't been up to much, Hazel.
Purple shirt. The purple shirt's back.
Purple shirt,
Purple
Tom,
shirt,
purple shirt,
yeah.
Hazel.
That's been a long time.
Nice.
And Rhiannon, Premier Streamer Gower.
Oh, thank you.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Very fancy.
You can tell who my favourites are.
Favoritism.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially those that actually invited me to anniversary events at the weekend.
Man, if I had one, you
I know, it's right. I know you'd have my back. Like, Tom, we'd all be the
have
same.
one.
Yeah, no. Anyway, welcome to
salty at all.
a new episode of High Rollers Dungeons and Dragons. This is our Aerois campaign. It's our main campaign that we play here on a Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
A couple of things to go over first. Mainly, it's our two sponsors, D&D Beyond and NordVPN. Over to you, Chris Trott.
Thank you kindly to NordVPN for sponsoring this stream. Trying to find Trelemar in our Descent series, which is live straight after this show on twitch.tv/DND. It's like the internet service provider trying to track a NordVPN user. It's impossible.
Nice.
Only people that watch that series would have got that reference.
Yeah.
NordVPN uses military-grade encryption to provide secure and private internet browsing, or PIB, which I just made up. PIB.
He uses some
It's got Pib.
It's got PIB.
You want some pib in your internet?
I'd love some Pib.
I wish Lucius's family used military-grade security.
Jesus Christ.
Did you know your browser's incognito mode doesn't fully protect you from snooping? Protect yourself from the moonstars of the world and head to nordvpn.com/HRDND and receive 75% off a 3-year service plus a month extra free.
That's
Wow.
a lot.
That's
That's
a
a
lot.
big deal.
Yeah.
Give me them Pibs.
Get pibbed.
Get Pib.
You listened to the wording of that, because thank you also to D&D Beyond, trying to find spells in the player's handbook, which is live straight after this announcement. It's like Quill trying to be a cleric. It's impossible.
I see what he's done now. I see what he's done.
D&D
It's
Beyond
a template.
uses the state-of-the-art design to provide an efficient digital toolset for D&D 5th edition. I wish everybody had such an efficient toolset. Did you know that D&D Beyond doesn't just work on a PC? It works on all smart devices.
Wow.
Protect yourself from time wasters of the world and head to dndbeyond.com to check out the basic rules and make a character fast and free.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well done.
There they are.
Excellent template writing.
D&D
Well
Beyond, NordVPN.
Thank you very much, D&D Beyond and NordVPN. Both of them very loyal sponsors. We love them. Thank you very much. I'm excited to see some of the D&D Beyond crew at PAX West.
Yeah, nice segue.
That myself, Katie, and Tom will be at PAX West at the end of August. We'll be there all 4 days, but 2 key dates and times to share. 1:30 on Friday in the autograph area, we'll be doing some signings, and then on Saturday at 4:30 p.m. in the Raven Theatre is our Q&A panel. We'll also be doing meet and greet sessions on the Idle Champions booth throughout the weekend. And there is the potential, although we are still 2 weeks away, still trying to lock it down, the potential that we'll be doing a live game with 2 guests that I need to find.
Yeah.
Just pick 2 people from the audience.
Yeah, sure, no. But that's all happening. Big thank you to Idle Champions and those guys for sponsoring us flying out there for PAX. I'm really excited for it.
Yeah,
Looking forward to it.
awesome.
Please come and see us, because if it's really empty and nobody comes to see us, it'll be very sad. So just come say hi. Just break in if you have to. Storm the convention.
Naruto run.
Yeah.
Naruto, they can't stop you if you Naruto run, all right?
Screw Area 51. This
Yeah.
is the big,
This is
big
the big
raid.
one.
It's a big one.
Find out what's inside PAX East.
Brand new merch! We got 2 new shirts. I've got one, look, we've all got it on. So 3 sorcerer shirts at the top, and then
really
1
should have
Lucius.
worn that
You should have worn your Lucius shirt.
But thanks, Rhiannon, for
So this season, or this event of merch, I guess, is the Sorcerer one. So we have the Lucius shirt and a Sorcerer's class t-shirt as well.
Yeah.
They should be available as a bundle. I know they were having problems with the software. I don't know if that's up yet, but there will be a bundle of the both shirts. There is also new hats, High Rollers hats. Check those out. They're all available on store.yogscast.com. Don't forget to use code High Rollers to get 10% off your order off anything. It doesn't matter what it is. You can get new hat film stuff. You can get the Bodega book if it gets a second run. You can get Flux Buddy stuff. You can get everything. 10% off all of that.
It's getting a second run, just saying.
Yeah.
It did really well.
Spoilers.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. I'm sure Pyrian has said it is.
Yeah. He's also doing an audiobook at some point as well.
There you go. Nice. Subscriptions. I want to say a big thank you to everybody who subbed up over on HRD&D.
Oh, and there's so many.
Yeah.
So many. Lots
Good
of gifted
crap.
subs last month. We'd love it if you did the same thing again.
See High Roller specific emotes in Yogscast
Yes.
chat is because they're all here because we're not streaming on there, we're hosting.
Yes.
So they're all here today.
Yeah.
Hello.
Well, hopefully they're here every week. But yes.
in this chat.
In this chat. So you've got Smeek emotes, you've got character
Starbane.
emotes, Starbane. We want to get a Rhiannon PogChamp one that's very, very funny.
So it's made, it just needs to be unlocked.
Needs to be unlocked. Don't forget, if
Ready
you've
to
got
go.
Amazon Prime, you can use that to get a free Twitch Prime sub every month as well. Thank you to everybody who gifts subs.
And that's subscribing on High Rollers D&D on Twitch.
Yes,
Not
yes.
Yogscast, not Sticky Yogscast.
Stinky Yogscast. With that, let's run the intro video.
Let's.
For your own benefit. Welcome back to Aerois. A recap on what happened last time. A week has passed. A week has passed in the sky city of Gusthaven, and the hectic lives of our heroes finally have some time to wind down as plans and preparations are made. Whilst half the group research and investigate their past, their plans, or their fears, Lucius finalizes designs for the airship he has commissioned and works with the Lillian Sprocket Shipwriting Company to begin construction. The Storm Chaser is underway, with only a few decisions left to make. Sentry, Quill, and Nova delved into the Empyrean archives and researched a number of topics, discovering clues about Solven, the City of Glass, and Hadar, a mysterious force in the dark beyond. The party feels a desire to investigate the City of Glass and Sentry's home of Solven after they have concluded matters here in Gusthaven. A crew is also gathered for the Storm Chaser. Lucius takes his role as captain and assigns Nova as engineer and Quill as quartermaster, with a number of extra NPC hires fulfilling the other positions.
Yeah. Some great NPC hires as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
mainly led by Aerois Marius, who was Rhiannon's temporary character, to take the position of first mate, who is on her way to the Sky City of Gusthaven.
Yeah.
And that is where we begin this week. Just to make it clear, no, Katie's not here.
No,
She's not feeling very well. I wasn't gonna. I thought it'd be pretty obvious, but I guess it would make sense.
Audio listeners.
Audio listeners only.
Audio listeners.
Katie's not here. She's not feeling very well.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Audio listeners.
Audio listeners.
You don't need to say that. Just the
Listeners.
audio is listening.
Hi, viewers.
Hello,
All the
listeners.
podcast audio listeners.
Hello,
listeners.
watching viewers.
Hi, viewers.
Hi. So, you are currently all staying as guests amongst another noble elven house, House Viranor, who Lucius has also commissioned to construct a secret base in the basement of his old family estate that is now a ruin, with House Viranor being entitled to build on the land above, basically. this will take some time, so construction is underway. And in the meantime, you have been invited to their estate as guests. You know, having completed this business transaction, you are staying with them temporarily. It is a very traditional elven noble home. It is white stone, gleaming pennants of blue with, what's that, the compass, like an architect's kind of compass, I don't know what it's called.
Sextant.
I don't think that, I think that's a navigation thing, but
I don't know, I just... cool.
basically masonry tools as the house emblem, an inverted V with an inverted, with a normal V behind it. The house itself is kept in very good condition. It is not it is not as glamorous as the Elenasto estate would have been. This is not as rich a noble family. They have fewer servants, they have fewer, grounds to build on, but it is very homely. And mainly over the last week, whilst you have been hiring the Storm Chaser crew, doing your research, doing all of that, you have mainly been looked after a woman called Adela Viranor. Yes, Chris Trott / Lucius.
Did we pick up those messenger?
You did. Yes.
I think we've all
Have
got
you
them.
added them to your inventory?
Is it in your inventory?
I think I did that.
Because I told you to put it in your inventory.
Yeah, we have to attune to them as well.
Yes, they are attuned items.
Messenger rings.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Make
I
sure
guess
you're attuned.
they count as one of the three
attuned.
attunement slots.
Yes, they do.
Okay,
They do.
that's cool. But we can now communicate
Telepathic.
over like 5 miles.
5 miles of telepathic communication.
Pretty cool.
Yes.
Pretty sweet.
It's one of those items where, as a DM, you guys are all talking out of character anyway. Might as well just let you communicate as you want to.
It's theatre whispering.
Yeah. I am whispering this so the bad NPC man doesn't hear me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess we have to say when we're doing telepathic communication rather than...
You just let me know and say, like, this is
Yeah.
all telepathic. So, yeah, Adela Viranor, who has been kind of facilitating your stay. She is one of 3 elven sisters who runs House Viranor. She's a tall, high elf woman with long, luxurious hair kept neat with a slender band over her head, long bangs, and a high ponytail. She manages the administration, social elements, and generally acts as the face of the house. She is the one who you would have initially approached with the deal and who has facilitated it. There are 2 other sisters, Nera Viranor and Karina Viranor, who handle the architecture, like the designs and the plans, the blueprints, and then the other one who handles all the building, what manages the labor, that sort of thing.
Nera and what, sorry?
Karina. So Nera is focused on the construction. She's a skilled mason and carpenter with some magical abilities, and she organizes all of the other laborers.
Yeah.
And then Karina is the architect who designs all of the buildings and makes plans. And you have been staying with them for about a week now. While they are working on the construction. It will take significant time for them to build an estate and then the secret basement kind of level as well. It's actually going to take longer than the airship just because building places in Gusthaven is significantly more resources. They have to ship in stone from the lowlands, whereas things like the airship materials are generally used because they build more ships here than they build
clear
houses.
the land and stuff as well.
Yes. They also have to clear out the debris of the previous Elenasto estate.
I feel like construction's missing the trick of they have the Fey. Imagine surrounding an area with Feywild, constructing it, and then porting it back. Time's different then.
Yes, that's true. There are dangers with planar magic. Planar magic is banned in Aerois, is illegal. But also, the Feywild shifts. So you might build it in the Feywild and then hope it pops back into the same place.
What?
But it pops
on a
2 miles.
as well.
It's a 200-year construction cathedral. Here we go. To the sea. To the bloody sea.
Yeah,
Into a wall.
exactly. Also, there's the problem of the Feywild's time dilation is random as well. So you could enter the Feywild, or I guess in Aerois' case, you could go to a Feywild planet. You can spend a day there, and it can be a day back on Aerois. It can be a month back on Aerois. It can be a year back on Aerois.
Oh my god, okay.
Imagine trying to explain that to a client.
Yeah.
It'll be built in Aerois.
Take some time. So,
We don't know where.
yeah.
Cool.
Jeez.
So all in all,
Not that.
Bad idea.
So there you go. Not a bad idea, but terrible idea. So at the moment you are all gathered. Ayla and Smeek are with you, as always. Are there any things you would like to do? Anything you wish to discuss as you no doubt have breakfast brought to you? Is generous.
Okay, so what's the plan now? We've got however many days until the airship is done. We've got a load of time until the hideout is done. I guess, is that what we're calling it? Hideout?
I don't know. I guess so.
I know we're in the place that it's being built, but we should get used to the concept of keeping that secret.
So we need a name for it.
The hideout.
Perfect. We'll just call it that in the open.
Yes.
That works fine.
Our secret base.
Secret hidey hole.
Underneath my old estate.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
We can work on that.
I haven't eaten
We can
yet.
work on it. But what do we want to do in the time we have left? Do we want to... Is there stuff to wrap up in Gusthaven, is what I mean. We don't know where Moonstar is. Do we want to look for Moonstar? Do we want to talk to the Sky Prince again? Do we want to just have a nice and easy, relaxed couple of days?
I'll just sleep through it, or...
Good. Good, so... Good. So we're just going to, for the next 3 hours, just roleplay sleeping.
Okay. Well, as you are finishing the breakfast, it's almost like destiny comes calling anyway.
Here we go.
There is a kind of like a loud, there's not a commotion, but there is the sound of somebody coming home. You can hear kind of like this this very elegant feminine voice kind of calling through like, yes, yes, darlings, thank you very much. Where are our guests? Where are our guests? Oh, they're in the breakfast room, my lady. Very good, very good. And then you kind of not bursting through the door, but dramatically opening it with a flare is Adela Veranor. Very tall, as I said. She wears very elegant clothing, high ponytail, but then bangs in the front, all secured with a very neat, bejeweled headband. Long ears, made up, and she's just like, darlings, darlings, so good to see you up. I have some important news for you, Lucius.
Oh, before that, just want to say your hospitality here is exquisite,
thank
and
you.
we're having a wonderful time.
I'm glad. Well, we must look after our business clients after all, seeing as we will have a very close relationship, I believe.
I do hope so.
I believe so as well. Well, with those regards, I come bearing, well, I suppose it's up to you to decide whether it's good or bad news. I just returned from Gale Crown, the palace. Sky Prince Aradan and Elois wish to speak with you. There have been some developments, I believe.
Perfect.
I was hoping to sleep.
Developments in...
Well, I'm not... Well, a lady doesn't like to gossip, but I am to obviously... We all know what happened to Lucius's family. Mm-hmm. But I understand that there was also some confusion about Lucius's death, with it being reported by...
Oh.
To the Sky Prince at some point.
Perfect.
And apparently there have been some developments in that.
Okay.
Okay.
But this is just what I hear among the courtiers and the attendants and that sort of thing.
Don't like to gossip.
Of course not. The lady never gossips, my
No.
dear Quill.
Okay.
Assume it's urgent, or...
They have requested that you come and speak with them at the earliest possible convenience.
Right.
I believe that the Sky Prince worries a little. He worries about you.
Well, he has a lot on his plate.
He does. He does. Although, well, he... strange. The Sky Prince is a funny one. For someone so young, he seems remarkably accomplished at getting things done. There's still a few problems, but strange. Just feels like he would struggle a bit more.
I don't think we should put that down.
No.
Sounds
It's very
like good
accomplished.
qualities to me.
Absolutely, of course.
Anyway, I guess... Well, you don't have to tag along. I can handle this one.
I'm ready to go. Yeah, I'll come with
I
you.
wouldn't mind going. I've seen the room where the person was, scrying from. Or, no, the person sent the people to attack us
Yeah,
from.
no, that's two different things.
No, I
Or
know.
maybe it's not. I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying, if I see anything that clicks...
My
then-
dear, you've been attacked while you've been here in Gusthaven?
Yes. Yes, actually.
I didn't realise. Is this something I should be worried about? Should we be informing our guards?
Ooh, maybe.
Probably worth doing so, but I don't imagine it will happen anytime soon.
I mean, they came out of nowhere, so
Gusthaven is huge.
yeah.
We could be anywhere.
All right.
It was the Wind Barons.
Oh, now I've heard that name being bandied around, but I mean, they're just meant to be sky pirates flying around out in the mountains, raiding cargo ships, that sort of thing. They're not here, are they?
Oh yeah, we were visiting someone, and then when we were talking, they teleported in a bomb, and it blew up, and then they teleported in, and they attacked us, and Quill lost his jaw, and poof, fire.
They teleported a bomb into where you were.
Yeah.
I see.
What?
Just, you are currently staying in my family's house.
Oh,
and obviously there is some concern that if that were to be repeated...
I believe they had reason to assume where we were going to be.
Right.
There's no reason for them to assume we're here.
No, we certainly have not been speaking of it. The only reason that, well, the prince, it wasn't that I was specifically requested to inform Lucius, or Lord Elenasto, rather that I heard him speaking to the other nobles, informing them that if they see Lord Elenasto, to inform him.
Okay, so we should be going out the back door then.
Well, it's up to you. You don't have to treat this as a clandestine destination. I'm assuming that, well, you've been going to the airship docks and off to the library. People do not assume that people do not know you are here. You have been no doubt seen by many folks coming and going already. There's no sense in us trying to pretend otherwise now.
So just act normal.
Yes.
Act normal. How comfortable are you and your sisters with our arrangement?
The arrangement with Lord Elenasto seems perfectly understandable. The Elenasto family have always been a very good family here in Gusthaven, and, well, we're sad that the family is obviously no more, but if we can assist Lucius in some way, then we're glad to do so. Having an esteemed house like Elenasto's working with a minor house like ours is very beneficial to us.
I'm going to telepathically talk to Quill while she's speaking and say, they're not fully aware that we're using it for secret means, just the fact that we're having an underground storage facility.
Oh, okay.
So let's not put on anything.
Fine, I won't say anything.
Suspicious.
Good.
Okay, outside of telepathy. Shall we all head down then? You can go alone if you want to. This will be the first time you've spoken to him.
I don't want to burden you all. You're just having your brekkie at the moment. And, you know.
I'm finished.
Yes, but you could get indigestion and whatnot.
I've got very good metabolism, and also walking after a meal is very good for you.
Well, good. Let's get going then, I assume.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Tom, what does Ayla want to do?
Follow. He wants to follow.
I have given Tom control of Ayla for this week because I've got a lot to manage. So
Rage.
She crushes Smeek with a hammer.
does she?
Nah, I'll let her do that when she comes back. I won't make that judgment
don't
call.
take that away from Katie.
No matter time.
Smeek just follows Ayla, who follows the rest of you,
Okay.
staying strangely silent.
Eerie.
Eerily silent.
He's a bomb.
So you just want to make your way to Gale Crown, the palace of Gusthaven?
Yes. Okay. And considering we have been roaming around without any sort of disguising.
I mean, you have changed your
disguised.
appearance.
I also got attacked when I had that appearance change.
You did. You got attacked by the Wind Barons and things, but most of the common folk, probably wouldn't immediately go, oh, that's Lord Lucius Elenasto. Because you do look significantly different.
Okay, sure.
However, your companions are very striking.
I'm a bird with a storm eye.
What are you gonna do?
I'm blue.
You're blue. You're a big robot.
Hi.
Ayla.
I'm not Lucius.
You are all very identifiable.
And
I think actually the one who blends in probably the best is Nova. Because there are the occasional Ganassi travelers moving around.
true.
She's dressed in a way that is very scholarly and kind of travel-y. She's not a birdman with one wing and and a weird eye.
I've got a cloak over my wing.
I mean, it's still clearly you have one wing.
Yeah.
The other companion is a guardian who are very rare. And then Ayla stands probably a good sort of 4 inches taller than everybody
With a
else
massive
and
hammer.
is ripped and jacked as fuck.
With a tiny annoying goblin.
With a tiny annoying goblin following her behind. It does not take long to travel from Azure Bright Plaza to Gale Crown. Gale Crown sits at the edge of 3 different districts, but all 3 have access to the palace. Wide, tall gates lead up a kind of spiraling, narrow pathway that leads to the top of Gale Crown itself. Where Gusthaven would have once been part of the land. It would have, before it was risen up into the sky, it would have been built into a kind of mountainous region, and Gale Crown almost would have been like a citadel built into the mountain. So part of the mountain still remains behind it, so you kind of have to wind your way up to the top.
I didn't even know there was like a mountain on.
It's not super tall, it's almost like a peak of it almost, and then the rest of Gusthaven is kind of angled and it kind of juts down and then it forms into an island base.
Yeah.
And it spreads out quite wide. You can see the Sky Lake kind of drifting nearby, attached by the various bridges. But Gale Crown sits as the kind of pride and pinnacle, and at the very top you can see this kind of spider's web of metal rods and spheres that kind of spreads out over the top of the city itself, and then casts the globe of weather that kind of keeps the environment of Gusthaven the way it is. It doesn't take you long. You make your way up to the first gates, where there are guards. They search you, but upon revealing your identification of the marks that you were given, they let you pass, instructing you to head up to the palace. The palace itself is busy in the mornings. There are generally, there is a public forum held every morning where the public get to discuss and ask things and raise issues. And that quickly begins filtering through as you see commoners, merchants, traders, all coming and going. There are various knights, royal knights and royal wands, official wizards in the employ of the palace that move around. And upon delivering yourselves to the front, you are led to a small side room, an elegant little suite with long couches, silver trays of fruit and glasses of wine, all are laid out for you. And sat inside is an elderly elven mage who you recognize as Aerois, one of the royal staves, one of the official magical magistrates of the city. He kind of rises with a crick of his back and is like, Lord Elenasto, you have changed your appearance since last I saw you, but...
Yes, for security reasons.
That's a very wise decision, I feel. And your companions are all well? You all well?
Very good.
Well enough. We've only been attacked once, but...
Yes, I spoke with the knight captain, and I'm obviously shocked and appalled to hear of what happened. I wish it could have been prevented, but I'm glad that you all came out of it mostly unharmed.
Mostly.
You're the member of your house, I believe. Your nanny, I think you called her?
Norfair, yes.
She is all right? She's well?
She's very well, yes.
Good, good.
Adept at survival.
Yes, yes. Well, I believe the prince is just finishing up some business. And then he wishes to speak with you himself. But we have some news regarding investigations into the alleged scrying of your death, actually, Lord Elenasto. There have been some developments.
We might also have some useful information to return.
Myself and the Sky Prince would be very pleased to hear it. But we should wait for His Majesty. We should wait. And it doesn't take long before the doors open, and before any human enters, there is a fluttering of feathers and wings as a bright silvery white owl with a sparkling gem in the middle of its head, swoops in and lands on the back of a chair. And it's
White owl?
Yeah, white silvery owl. Lucius, you'd recognize these. These are kind of a common animal here in Gusthaven. It's called a star owl. They're quite rare. They're very expensive to keep. But they're generally raised with a mix of Ethereum, kind of blended into like feed and things like that, and they evolve as they grow.
In which case I would do a very Lucius gasp.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like it kind of just perks on the back of a chair. Ooh, and its head just swivels around.
This is a rare sight, everybody.
Yes.
Star owl.
Oh.
And then in following behind the owl shortly afterwards, you see the Sky Prince himself. Sky Prince Aridan Irison Poloni Star Sorrow. A very regal...
Whoa.
Aridan, it's kind of like Lucius Virian Elwin Elenasto.
Yeah, I know.
He has his two parents' names in there. Aridan Irison Poloni Star Sorrow. You've met him before.
I know,
but
I don't think we had the full name last time.
he enters wearing his royal robes of deep blue and silver. He has a very large sword sheathed at his side, and a crown upon his head. He has dark hair, unlike Lucius. He has very dark, almost not quite black, but dark brown hair. Falls to down below his shoulders.
I guess it's like Lucius now, but it's cut short.
Yes, Lucius is cut short, whereas Aridan's is down low. Apparently, Jaffamod accidentally ran an ad when it wasn't supposed to.
Okay.
So if you missed it for the last 5 minutes, the party have just made their way to the palace of Gale Crown. They've met up with Elois, who is a royal stave, which is a kind of magical magistrate or magician. And now they are meeting with the Sky Prince.
Not much.
For
Not
further developments.
He enters, he kind of smirks a little bit when he sees the owl kind of perched on the chair, and and he kind of calls over. He's like, Malachi, come down. You should not be up there. And the owl kind of like looks around, then hops down, and then bounces over towards the Sky Prince, and then flies up onto his shoulder. And you can see he kind of like, the Sky Prince lets out a weary kind of, and he begins taking the sword off of his belt, putting it to the side, and nods and says, my apologies for keeping you. The forum went on a little longer than I expected. We've been having some troubles of late down in the chains. It's been weighing on my mind a little, so I wanted to meet with some of the locals, some of the merchants and such, and discuss matters. Lucius.
Prince Aradan.
I'm glad to see that you are well. I learnt of the attack. I'm glad that you're all right. I'm glad that you and all of your companions are well.
Well, we've actually got quite good at surviving recently since the crash.
Mm-hmm. You've clearly, everything you've been through, I know it is tragic, but it has at least strengthened your resolve, I imagine.
Yes, I feel wonderful.
He kind of like looks embarrassed for a moment. He's like, I hope you understand my intentions.
And I am not taking it out on you. I was trying to joke. Lowlandia style.
Forgive me. Jokes I have
it's
very rare of
strange.
them lately.
Sorry, Lord Aradan, it was not the time.
No, please. A little bit of mirth is a good thing now and then. Elois, I know you were waiting for me, but please don't keep these good people in suspense any longer. Let's let them know what we know, and then we can decide on our next steps. Of course, Your Majesty. You will remember when we last spoke, we mentioned that a mage had been hired to scry upon your whereabouts, to learn of it. And the mage in question, she reported that you were dead amongst the crash of the Sparrowblade. We have been looking for this mage since your arrival, since you informed us.
Hired by the Magronas, if I'm not mistaken.
Indeed. Mm-hmm. That is what we believe, anyway. The mage in question vanished shortly after Lucius's arrival here in Gusthaven. Not long after you and I became acquainted and I took you to the estate. She returned to her quarters and then vanished and has not been seen since. We have conducted an investigation into the city, but so far we have not been able to locate her. We think she may have gone down into the chains, a wretched little place that hangs beneath the city itself, full of exiles who refuse to leave and people that have not got authorization to remain in the city. The other matter is that, upon our request, Anastasia Magrona has returned to Gusthaven and is now currently under house arrest. She is the last person, she was the one who hired the mage in question to perform the scrying, and then gave us the reported information on your death. She claims that she simply hired the mage that she'd worked before, was told the events of the scrying, and then gave us the report. She is as confused as the rest of us, apparently, but we are keeping her under house arrest in her estate for the time being.
Yes, I'm not one to accuse of her being guilty. It could well just be the scryer.
Indeed. The scryer's name in particular is, let me see here, Adela Venathor, a minor mage of a not particularly significant house. She worked here in the palace. She has performed many magical duties over her time. She worked briefly as a wand, but before some health concerns forced her to take a job here in the palace itself, performing scryings, sendings, things like that.
I assume nothing is out of the ordinary in terms of her behavior. I assume she's always been
She has been acting, witness reports state that she has been acting strangely of late. She would have periods of very manic depression, followed by elated highs of laughter and mirth and energy. Her duties had not suffered. She'd been performing those as normal. But her disappearance is perhaps the most strange. She returned to her quarters, and then she was seen leaving and has not been seen since.
Okay, what was her name again?
Adela Venathor.
And that's not Adela Virinor.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is, if you wish the spelling, Adaela Venathor, Venethor.
Okay. I was just making sure that I didn't just immediately say like, oh god, no.
Double middle barreled name.
Yeah.
Barreled name.
It is not uncommon for folks to share similar names.
Especially in an island like Gusthaven.
And what would just a mage that scries on someone's death, what would they have to gain from Lucius's death?
We don't know. Unfortunately, I wish that we could say. Clearly there is some sort of conspiracy. Whether it was someone aiming to gain the Elenasto assets, which they did gain but have now been paid back in compensation to Lord Elenasto. Whether it was the fear that Lord Elenasto knew something that they didn't want other people to know, perhaps. Perhaps this mage is merely a pawn of a greater conspiracy. Or whether they are perhaps the ones behind it all. I cannot say. Until we find her, we will not have any answers. I wanted to give you the information, so you are aware of it, so you know that we are doing our best to investigate the matter. The Watch and the City Guard are on high alert. They've been told to do what they can. And as I said, Anastasia Magrona has been confined to house arrest.
I assume you've tried magical truths.
Well, we have not. Using enchantments of that nature, we are not always very keen to do so. It is somewhat of an invasion of privacy. We have no reasonable doubts that Anastasia is lying to us. If we were presented with evidence that she is withholding information, that she is lying to us, then we do have magical means to try and compel truths, but they are not always successful. It depends on the will of the person.
That's understandable.
Likewise, there are ways of reading thoughts, but again, it is not... Anastasia is an accomplished mage. She's as brilliant as your father was. The two of them have been business rivals for a long time. I imagine that she would not befoul such magics easily.
On a slightly different matter, or maybe not, with the wind barrows, have you had any more?
You can see Prince Aradan draws his brow. He's like, the eternal thorn in my side. We do know the Wind Barons have been plaguing the trade routes in and out of Gusthaven for some time. They've even gone so far as to attack a few lowland villages we were scheduled to pass over, normally that we trade with. Stealing supplies. It's not known to the public, but I trust you with this information. And you can see Aerois kind of glances at the Sky Prince at this, and it gives him a look as in to say, are you sure you want to tell them? And you see Sky Prince Aradan's like, they have been gaining a stronger presence here in the city. We know that they have been fighting with other citizens in the chains. They have been raiding warehouse docks. They have been accosting merchants. My fear is that they have begun to worm their way into the noble houses as well. They are very well funded. They have knowledge of our systems, our governments, our patrols. They are a terrible threat to Gusthaven, and I'm simply reaching my end of what to do with them. They do not have a base of operations. They seem to be scattered all over the place with different ships. We've tried capturing some of their lower members, including those that attacked you in the tower, and the ones that you captured at the warehouse, but they compartmentalize their information. They don't really meet their superiors. Everything is handled magically. They receive messages, sending spells by a strangely voiced controller, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I think that may be connected.
Yes. So Hesper gave me back my vision and allowed me to see more than anyone normally can. When we were attacked in the house, I was able to see who sent the people to attack us. And it was in a library-like room, but the person who was sending them was totally disguised. Definitely a man, disguised his voice, covered in a cloak, had a mask, but I don't know where to go from there.
That is up to what we've learnt from the prisoners we've captured. You see Aerois kind of looks at you, he's like, this is a truly spectacular magic you possess. You were not looking at the present. This was not a scrying.
It was moments before. I just ask a question of anyone, and I can, assuming there's an answer to it, I can see it.
Truly remarkable.
So,
it's like, yes, I'm glad that we have you here to help enlighten us? I mean, I do not know such magics, and I'm not sure if the other magistrates would accept that word upon your word alone, but I'm willing to trust you.
Well, it's something that we can act on at the very least.
Certainly. A library, I mean, there are many of the nobles have private libraries. The Empyrean Archives, the palace has a library here, but I'm afraid I'd need more information.
I think the best lead I could have is to see the libraries myself. Maybe I can recognize it from the vision, and then I'd be able to see where they were sent from.
Certainly. Have you visited the Empyrean Archives in the main city itself?
Oh
Yes.
my gosh, it's the best.
Oh, yes, it's a very large collection. But to the point at hand, did you recognize it?
I assume I didn't.
You didn't explore the whole thing, but you spent a lot of time there.
Yeah.
You don't know if they might have some secret rooms that you didn't go in, but
I
the
guess
public
even-
library didn't seem familiar.
Because it was like polished white stone and things like that, the vision I had. But I guess even like where the vampire was, I guess wasn't even similar.
No, you think from the architecture alone, the white stone, the shape of the room didn't match the Empyrean Archives. The Empyrean Archives were very square and straight, dark stone interiors,
I think
very
it was
different
like a
style.
circular library white stone room. That was
Yeah. There were other details, but you're
Someone just can't remember it.
Yeah.
It was so long ago.
What's to say that it's a public library at all? What if there is a wealth of, say, a noble house
Yes, many of the
being
noble houses
corrupted
have them.
that could be utilizing this library and their wealth to have security as well?
Yeah,
they could
I mean, if the Magronas are under house arrest, we could just see there. We could go to any of the noble houses and just say, hey, let's look at your library.
Forgive me, Quillic, is it not? I do not know if perhaps the details aren't full, but the Elenastos and Magronas have had a long history of trouble. Perhaps if you do go there, you would certainly be advised to do so discreetly. I fear that if they knew that you were assisting Lucius, they would not be violent, but they would be resistant to you being in their presence, I imagine.
But she's under house arrest for an investigation regarding Lucius.
She is, yes, but unfortunately her houses also includes her sons, and they still have business that they're allowed to conduct. Like I said, we can give you access. I just worry that they will be very hostile towards you.
It's private grounds.
I suppose Bellinor's going to be there as well.
Yes, well, with his mother under house arrest, the running of the family has mainly fallen to Democles Magrona, but Bellinor is still engaging in much of the business as well. He is more of a fighter and a sportsman these days.
What rock is their noble house made out of?
Well, the same as all of Gusthaven. I mean, we only have so much stone to go around, but they're all built from the original stones from the original city. And it's the same as the palace construction. White sparkling stone.
Okay. Just to cross things off, and now I'm not insinuating anything, but could I have a look at the palace's library?
Of course. Aerois is like, yes, of course. I'd be more than welcome to take you there.
Okay.
I could take you myself while the others take other matters, or if you wish to all travel together, I understand.
Before we take up more of your time, and yes, what do you reckon? Do we take Elois with us?
Can't hurt.
Sure. I think that would help our case, at least, to say that we came from
Yes,
here
of course. I mean, yes, absolutely.
with
I mean,
orders.
Lord Elenasto, you are a member of the royal family. You are a member of the noble families. You have access to the palace, regardless. You do not need my permission or the prince's permission to enter.
I'm not Lucius right now.
I think that whilst your disguise may prevent the common folk from knowing who you are, most of the palace here have known you since you were a boy. I think that it would be difficult to hide your appearance entirely.
Yes, I'm quite fashionable, even with this attire. But you're right.
I mean more the colour of your eyes is somewhat difficult to disguise.
Yes.
If that is all, I can meet you at the library, or we can go now if you wish. My liege, he's like, unfortunately, there is just too much of the city I need to attend to. If you'll forgive me, I must take my leave.
Absolutely not. Just a very, very
Of course,
quick
of course.
one.
Lucius,
When I
yes.
went back to my estate, we
Yes.
had a very strange person approach us in a mask with a moon crescent. Call themselves Moonstars.
The Moonstar, yes. And you can see Aerois kind of tightens. He's like a vigilante troublemaker going about her own justice.
You know anything? Because they seem to know quite a lot.
Well, they have been sighted at numerous events and locations around the city. They are frustrating. Sometimes they appear to do good. They find these wind barons. They have helped us take down several of them in warehouses and the like. And then other times they have struck out at honest, good, working noble houses, people that are simply trying to get by, merchants, trading ships that bring vital supplies. I think that their whatever personal grudge or whatever personal mission they're on is blinding them. They're lashing out at who they think is guilty rather than who is. A dangerous woman. You should be careful, especially if she gets any inclination that you may be involved with the Wind Barons.
Yes, she was definitely suspect that I was alive, that's for sure.
No doubt, perhaps. My worry is that she may think that you are some sort of charlatan trying to take your family's
those
fortune.
exact words, actually.
Yes.
She's dangerous. She's eluded capture and she's taken down many Wind Baron agents, even a few guards.
I don't suppose there's any surefire way of getting her to approach us. She mentioned something that at least caught my attention, that she was apparently the champion of Siaska, and that sounds like the kind of thing I would like to talk to her about.
I'm afraid that this is news to me. I've not heard her referred to as such, and the church would certainly, the cathedral and the church would certainly have nothing to do with a criminal.
Okay.
I'm afraid that she's a mystery to us.
Okay. Well, we lured her once. Just try again next time.
Anyway, we can at least go see the Magronas.
Very well. I will have to take my leave. My deepest apologies, but
Sorry,
thank you for your
Sky
time.
Prince, thank you for your time.
No, thank you. And he takes the sword, hitches it to his belt. Come Malachi, and he kind of scratches the owl, and then he gives you a bow, and then leaves.
I love Malachi.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
Star Owl.
One of these days. That'll be us.
Pretty cute.
We could sell the airship.
No,
We haven't got
we
it yet.
couldn't. We haven't even got it yet.
Yes, I must admit, Marcel Elenasto, I'm somewhat concerned after receiving your compensation and the money from your father's letter. You have spent a large amount of it on this airship. I worry that you are in the throes of grief. Are you sure this is wise?
Yes. Honestly, I have a higher calling now, and with my companions, we have a lot to take care of and a lot of places to go. I can't be stuck on Gusthaven.
No, you will always. Your family line has existed for hundreds of years. Take the time you need. Go about your business as you need, but you are always a son of Gusthaven. It would be a shame to lose the Elenasto line forever.
Thank you, I appreciate that. But yes, I'm safe so long as these fine people in my life are here to protect me and they don't die again.
Very well. Well, where do you wish to head? I can take you where you need to go.
I think the library here, or the study, or whatever it is,
Cool.
would be a good start, just to cross it off.
Of course. Yes.
And then lunch.
And then lunch. And then...
Well, I will leave you to have lunch as you wish. I do have other duties to attend. Follow me. And Aerois takes you through the palace, leads you through to a large, very well decorated, very full palace library. Gold railings cover across these kind of oak mahogany bookshelves, filled with very pristine looking tomes. They look, Nova, to your keen eye, these are very much copies of books that have no doubt been made from the Empyrean archives, copied, made into new books, and then brought here to look very pretty and nice. Most of them don't look like they've been opened or touched. But there are a few people working. You can see that it's mainly scribes. Maybe there's a couple of the staves and wands who are going over things like arcane spellbooks and things like that here as well. There is, Quill, for your keen eyes, with your massive perception, A massive investigation.
Past, present, and future.
My huge
There is
throbbing perception.
there's a couple of things you notice. First of all, there is definitely a similar style to this library as the one you saw, but it's not the same place. You can tell that. Looking around, it's similar in design, but not the same place. Aerois leads you around, takes you into the various different wings, shows you upstairs.
This is weird. I'm not sure I like being here. Last time I was here, I was a child.
Oh.
As Lucius is saying that, Quill, you're sure that passing a section of wall, just a plain piece of stone wall, which actually strikes out in the library because most of it's covered in paintings, tapestries, bookshelves. There's just this large kind of unadorned section of wall. And you see the thin outline. With your perception, you can see there is a secret door there.
Engorged perception.
I can see, with my giant perception, I can also just see into the room, apparently.
No, you can see that there is a thin line that indicates that there is a door there.
Okay.
But Aerois doesn't, he's just leads you past it, I'm afraid that is all there is to see.
Can I just be skulking around, sulkily, sort of pulling out tomes and putting them back in, and just being a bit judgy?
Yeah.
A bit
Never. I've never seen you so unhappy around books before.
ugh. It's a show library. Just
Are
here
they
because
fake?
people want to look posh and learned. Ugh. Look, this tome hasn't even been read.
It is less that they wish to look learned, Mistress Nova, more that we prefer not to trek all the way to the Empyrean Archive.
It's just, read these books.
I can assure you most of these books have been read over time, just not here.
Ugh. It just pains me, all these books and not being read.
He kind of grins and smirks. It's well,
I'm twitching.
the noble sons of Gusthaven, the noble sons and daughters of Gusthaven these days do tend to focus more on Ethereum and sports and the like. There is less interest in history and...
Foolish.
Well, perhaps that is something you and I can agree upon. I am a man of history and research myself.
I like
Sky jousting, Ethereum, and now wind barrows.
See where it leads.
What
you.
next?
See where it leads you.
Yeah,
Back
that's
to the
it.
books.
Ignorance. Ignorance. I'm just fondling books.
What's wrong, Quill?
How many days has it been since?
It's been a week.
It's been a week, so my charges,
Yes.
I just need to roll a D2, apparently. What would I do for that?
So D4,
D2?
1 and 2, 3 and 4 is...
No.
So 1.
1 plus 1, so I get 2 charges on my eye.
He gets 2 charges back on his eye.
That's a weird sentence.
Are we nearby the door?
Well, Aerois kind of leads you past it, just as he's kind of giving you the tour of the library, but you could just make your way back there.
I think we're just nearby, in the nearby wing or whatever, next to it. Aerois,
Yes.
you will have to forgive me. We've
Whatever for.
met several people that we have trusted with every bit of information we've been given from them, and they have no doubt turned around and done some other thing to betray us. And I believe the same of you. You've helped us countless times while we've been in Gusthaven.
Let's not disrespect the wand here, Quill.
I'm not.
Stave.
I'm not disrespecting, not at all. I just.
Retcon.
You have to understand our.
I can understand. You have spent a significant amount of time amongst the lowlands, yes?
Yes.
And I understand that that is a dangerous place. One I would certainly not wish to spend too much time in.
We just need to be sure. Could I... I'm trying to think of a way to say, I want to cast Zone of Truth. But how would I even approach him with that?
You just want to be sure, I guess.
The spiel they gave about invasion of privacy.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean...
Have you read the terms of service?
I mean, I'm leaving this to you, man. I'm not helping you out here. This is a role-playing thing. This is on you, buddy.
We just want to be sure that everything that is told of us is the absolute truth. Could I, in here, in the palace, you are free to decline, cast a spell that will allow that to be the case.
He looks a little bit hurt, almost. He looks... But he kind of retains a composure, but you can definitely see that there is a small bit of wounded. He's like, I apologize, Master Quillick, if I've given you some reason to doubt me or to distrust me.
Not at all. It's more the company we kept prior to arrival.
yeah.
We are rubbish at meeting people and trusting them, and then it turns out they're just going to kill everyone you love.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's for our own, I guess.
I do understand. You do not need to use a spell. You could ask me if you have a question, and I will give you my best answer.
It's up to you, Lucius. If you trust, I'll trust with you.
Well, I've known Aerois. He's known me since I've existed. And not once has he done a wrong to me or my family.
My loyalty is to the people of Gusthaven. I have served the nobility and the Sky Prince for all of my years. I have nothing to hide.
Grossly disrespectful for a man in his position.
I do understand your plight, however.
Okay, well, as an aside from that, what is your opinion? Obviously very high, but what is your opinion of the current Sky Prince?
His Majesty Aradan, and he kind of takes a moment, and you see him looking around. He waits for the library to grow quiet and people to separate, and he speaks in hushed tones. Prince Aradan is a very well-meaning boy. He is full of hope and dreams. He grew up on stories of knights and slaying and heroes who fought in the war. But he is idealistic. He has become very enamored, as many young elves have, with the Ethereum industry and what it can provide to the lowlands and things. But in his gaps of judgment, I feel that he has lost the faith of a lot of people here. He looks outwards too much, perhaps. There is also... You speak of trust. Perhaps I should trust you, and that will encourage you to trust me.
Absolutely.
The Sky Prince receives funds from somewhere beyond Gusthaven. There is money coming into this palace that it's not from the taxes, it's not from our trading. Every time there is a problem and our budgets and our economy will not stretch, a new building needs to be built for new visitors, or a new family wishes to live in Gusthaven. And there's no budget, there's no money, there's no gold for it.
Is that not a breach of policy?
It is. The Accords, the Survival Accords, were built specifically to keep the Sky Cities functioning. Lucius knows this. Every High Elf is taught these Accords. There is only so much food we can grow here. There is only so much space for us to live. But every time that an airship of 20 refugees comes up from the lowlands looking for a new, better life, and the councils and the magistrates tell the Sky Prince that there is no money to fund them, to feed them, somehow the Sky Prince finds that money.
Well, at the very least, he's not lining his pockets with it.
No, but it makes me wonder, Lord Elenasto. He's getting it from somewhere.
Yeah.
And these wind barons have become a problem since he took office.
Why would the wind barons be connected with him when he's trying to do good by the people of Gusthaven?
I don't know. All I know is that there is money here that there should not be.
Who knows about this income? And is there anyone investigating it?
It is difficult. The Sky Prince is our foremost authority. He is our liege. We all swear fealty to the Sky Prince. To investigate him would be a public embarrassment, an offense. Something that no High Elf, loyal High Elf, would wish to cause.
The trust with the
But
people.
I know of it. I've learned of it through the people I work with. I believe Anastasia knows of it. She's always been quite clever. But I'm afraid that I don't imagine anybody else does. And I trust you with this information because it could perhaps all be tied to Lord Elenasto here.
Did he keep a very close company? Are there certain people that he tends to hang around with more than often?
No, he keeps to himself quite often. The knight, the commander, the captain, she was quite close to him, Valera. She served his father. They grew up together. She's always been very protective of him.
Okay, interesting.
And then there was, well, the noble families as well. Lucius's father, Anastasia, Severian of the Theatherians. All of the noble families know the Sky Prince quite well.
It's quite a web we're weaving by the looks of things.
Yeah. I guess on that, how well do you know this entire library, or the entire palace itself?
I have spent many years here, but I was not always a stave, Quillick. I was a wand for a long time. My duty was to patrol the streets of Gusthaven. I fought in many battles. I once defeated a small cadre of wyverns that tried to attack the city. My specialty is in defensive magic, abjuration.
Okay.
But, I mean, I am a student of history, but as young Nova has pointed out, these books are mainly copies. I prefer the real thing. I spend more of my time at the Empyrean Archive.
Yes.
Right. Well, since we're trusting each other, do you know anything about, and I'm like, I guess we're walking back.
You can lead him there, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know anything about what could be behind here?
He looks around, he's like, no, it's just a wall, I believe, is it not?
Well, I mean, I can see the gaps.
And he kind of gets close to the wall, and he like begins peering. And then as you lead his hand, like you point to this thin seam, you see him get super close to it, and he begins running like a fingernail. He's like, Pasiaska, you're right. There's a groove here.
Do you know of any way to open it? Or indeed, what could possibly be behind it?
I did not know this was even here until you pointed it out, Master Quillick.
I mean, if you're willing to investigate with us.
Yes, I do not know how to open it, and unfortunately, my specialities in magic, I can lock things, but...
Ooh, I could get in through the cracks.
What?
Through that?
Ah, yes. There are many spells that can change your appearance and form, turn to liquid or gas, similar forms, yes?
Yes.
Yes, perhaps that may be a way of entering.
I could maybe find a latch on the other side or something.
Well,
Let me evacuate the library first. We do not know who is here. I can have the staves and wands leave and then have it sealed off temporarily.
okay.
We need to be careful, Elois. We don't know what's behind this door.
Yeah.
Maybe it's best we go in first.
Very well. Let me go and get rid of them. You see if you can find a way inside. I'll deal with the guards temporarily.
Okay. While he's doing that, I'll start ritual casting Detect Magic.
Okay. Yeah. So Elois leaves you. You're on like an upper floor of the library, and then the main floor of the library is downstairs. He makes his way and begins winding his way downstairs, and you see him like calling over various attendants, like, could you head off and fetch this thing for me? Also convene with a cat. And he's basically finding excuses to get rid of everybody.
Yeah. Okay.
And they slowly begin filtering out, and you're left up on the top.
By the end, he's just like, could you,
Fuck off.
really thirsty.
just go away. It's a private party.
Can I cast Divine Sense?
Yes. So Divine Sense is...
Detect good and evil.
and that's like
That's
creatures,
that.
isn't it? It's
Yeah.
like you find like if
Celestial
there's
fiends, undead,
within how
60
far?
feet.
60 feet, no. You don't sense anything like
Okay,
that. You don't
cool.
sense any creatures or any life forms of that nature.
65 feet though.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is very finite.
Wall of demons.
Yeah. So 10 minutes. I mean, like, it's if you're waiting for Quill, then Elois is going to filter everybody out and get the doors shut and then return.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to do something while he's away, now's the time to do it. While Quill is chanting and mumbling.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I want to see the magic. Let me see.
Doing it really loudly. Sorry,
I mean, you are having to speak out loud.
I mean, the people downstairs like, you gave me something to do. I can't. Elois!
Why is he casting a spell?
Yeah, there's someone just being like,
Open the secret door. I think I'm not very good at this, but what if this has some sort of physical trap, not just magical? We should probably check for that.
Okay.
Quill, can you keep it down, please?
I'm sorry!
Can I just be looking at the books? Just like, I don't know, see if there's a book that says, like, don't open this.
What, the guide to opening...
Make an investigation
by
check.
Aaron Plumbus. A Plumbus.
6. There are many books here. You do not find one called How to Open the Secret Door.
I just get distracted by them and will start reading them. Forget what I'm doing.
Okay.
There's not much I can do. I don't really want to trigger anything accidentally. So I might have a look around the area and see if there's anything that could help open the door, like pulling on a candlestick.
Okay, yeah, investigation check, yeah. Investigation check for sure.
All right, then.
Going around slapping everything.
8.
Looking around, there's a few, not like sconces, but there's like glowing crystals set into the wall. You press those, they don't seem to do anything. You try pulling books, nearby bookshelves, nothing opens. You can't find a triggering mechanism for this door. It seems flush with the wall. It's exceptionally well hidden. It's only because Quill has literally got like a Batman Arkham Asylum vision all the time that he can see this secret door. Like it is incredibly well concealed.
Shit, when I see a crime, I see like the hologram of the things when it's happening. Oh, that was so cool.
I mean, basically that's what your eye does. Yes.
Yeah.
Like when you look in the past, it's like it reconstructs the scene.
Man,
It's pretty cool.
very cool.
No, Quill man.
Does Smeek find anything?
Birdman.
Birdman.
Smeek's been like Ayla's. I guess Ayla's been looking after Smeek, but sure, like you want Smeek. If you ask Smeek something to do something, what do you want to ask Smeek to do? Do you want to ask Smeek to look around?
Yes.
He doesn't understand you because he doesn't speak.
I'm going to telepathically talk.
Or did you put the earring on Smeek, or do you
I
have
never
the
took
earring?
it back.
So he does understand. So you are. What do you say to him? What do you ask?
Secret door here. Be careful. It could be trapped, but see if you can find some other way that it could open.
So you point at the door and you're like, secret door. Find a way.
Secret door.
Okay.
It could be a button or something to open it. A hidden one. Come on, use your creative mind. Like the landscapes you paint.
He got a 3. So he like goes up to the door.
Yes.
Looks around.
Don't.
Smeek just starts bashing on it.
Like, hey, look, can you pull Smeek?
Why am I role-playing Ayla?
Because it's funny.
She pulls him back,
Oh, boo.
but then holds her hammer and kind of like looks at Lucius like,
I could kill him.
Want me to shut him up?
Goblin has a point.
My eyes go black and I say, yes, it's time to kill Smeek.
I haven't released
doesn't
the
happen.
t-shirt yet.
Smeek can't die until the t-shirt is out.
He's got a NPC protection.
Literal plot armor.
Goddamn merch armor.
Yeah, merch armor.
Merch on.
I mean, I can't do anything during this entire time anyway, so I
I've
guess
done
I'm
my
just
best.
hard
I
ritual
don't know what
casting.
else Lucius could do in this situation.
I'm just gonna start flexing, getting ready to gaseous myself.
Okay.
Quill, you can't really say much while you're ritualing, can you?
He can like stop and like answer questions and stuff, yeah.
Let's
just
really
gotta
try and
concentrate.
remember what the person that you saw was. Like, what were they wearing? He had a staff, right? A big staff.
Yes, yes.
And he had a mask of some kind? Mm-hmm. What was it look like? What did it look like, Quill? It was hooded, right? And he had a mask.
He had a hood, he had a mask. He reached out with his hand at one point.
What colour was his clothing? That sort of thing. Did he wear a glove?
He didn't wear a glove. I don't think he wore a glove. I don't think you ever actually said if he was wearing a glove.
Don't think I said.
He had robes.
The people he was sending was just...
They were the ones that
embarrassed.
attacked us.
Yeah.
Yeah. But his voice was masked. He had a mask. He had a staff.
It was metal.
It was a metal staff. Can I roll like an intelligence check or something?
No.
History. My own history. I want to look through it.
This is based on your memory.
Oh, this
Can
is...
I go through this door yet?
I mean, are you waiting for Elois, or you can just go now? Like,
We did say that we go first.
yeah. Yeah, you can begin to hear him making his way back. The doors. You hear the heavy doors of the library.
Wait until Quill has detected any sort of unsavory magic.
Okay. So you wait. Quill, you complete it as Aerois returns to you. So, yes, you do detect that there is some magic upon the door. Abjuration magic.
Abjuration.
This is Elois's forte, is it not?
Elvis,
You don't know the spell, because detect magic doesn't reveal the spell, but this door is some sort of abjuration magic has been placed upon it.
what kind of abjuration magic could be used?
Are you asking this in character? Okay.
Yeah.
To do what?
Well, I can see some abjuration magic on the door.
Oh. There are several spells in particular. The most basic is an arcane lock. I use this to secure my chamber door, the chambers to the Sky Prince, for example. It makes it more difficult to open by force. It requires... It normally requires some sort of password or some sort of gesture or something to open it.
Right.
But it can be undone by certain spells.
Do you know them?
They're not really my forte.
Dispel magic?
Dispelling it would temporarily prevent the enchantment. Yes.
Would there be any side effects of dispelling it?
No. There are also other spells. It is not simply an arcane lock. One could cast a glyph of warding, which would anybody who tries to open it without preventing a passcode would be affected by a spell or an explosion. There are others as well. A very powerful spell called Symbol, which is a very powerful version of a glyph of warning.
Would
Alarm spell?
Yeah.
Alarm is also another one, yes. Alarm generally is placed upon a door, a window, or an area. It can be placed on any of them.
Would someone risk having something explosive and harming on a...
I certainly would hope not. There are people that pass through by this wall every day.
I assume it's either an alarm or some sort of protection to stop it opening.
It can't be a gesture of some form.
Yes.
If people are walking past here all the time,
Yeah.
anything would be the wrong
And they
gesture.
dab, and that's it, it's open.
That's a...
What's a dab?
Abracadabra.
I don't know.
No, it's a new thing in Aerois. Okay, I mean, we could try dispelling it. I think if you were to go in there, you might set it off. Then again, I don't know if a gaseous form can set off a trap like that. Plus, if it is a magical trap or a magical door, and you get inside, there'll be very little way to open it for us, aside from dispelling
So what do
it.
you want me to do?
I mean,
I think we should risk it. Let's risk it. It's a secret door in a library. Maybe it has really secret tomes behind it.
it probably does. There could be more traps, though.
Super secret book.
Do
I
it.
think
Do it. Do it.
either way,
You it.
Make it happen.
either way, it's going to be the same result. So you may as well, if you can actually get into this.
So
Tiny
dispel
gate.
then gas? Dispel gas.
If it is indeed an alarm or an arcane lock, it would only activate. It would only prevent somebody from opening it, or would activate upon opening it. If a gas can seep in through a gap, then I don't believe it.
Technically wouldn't open.
But then you
true.
would be in there on your own and unable to let us in.
If you can find a way to open it from the inside.
That was my thought.
Yeah.
Emergency exit or something.
If you're willing to try,
You can always come back out.
how many times?
The other option is dispelling it would have the same effect.
I can do both.
Try dispelling it
I can do the
first.
spell.
Yeah.
Try dispel.
Let's do it.
Then everyone can come with me.
Okay, so you cast Dispel Magic on the door.
I guess I would use Tiangong. Like, so where is it that Quill see? Is there
The whole door is the door. This secret door is covered by an abjuration spell.
So I'd probably use Tiangong and just wave them like I don't know, like a tricorder.
So you begin doing that, and you channel the energy through Tiangong, and you feel this kind of pulse. And Quill, with your detect magic, the abjuration spell vanishes.
I mean, it's gone. However, I have just thought we've just made a wall non-magical. So now, how do we get
No,
through a
there is a secret door. There is a secret. There are grooves.
What
You
if
can
the
see
magic
tiny
was what
grooves.
opens the wall?
I allow you to
just
walk
got-
through it.
I mean,
Ta-da!
that's good. So now, how do we open it?
Push it.
There's no magic here, so sure. I guess I'll put a hand to it. And
So you put your hand on it, and You can. You need to make a strength check to try and.
I mean, I'm literally just putting my hand on it and just nudging gently.
Yeah. So,
but
nudging gently, there seems to be no change, but you do think that somebody with strength could probably push this over.
Sentry Ayla.
I'll give it a go.
By an effort.
Put them through.
Okay. Yeah. Make a strength check.
Strength check time.
Boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
It doesn't help.
You don't even really need to push that hard. It's
Can I raise my shield
heavy.
when I do it?
Yeah, you can raise your shield. You raise the
nice.
shield. It's not that the stone door is heavy. It's just that it's clearly. It's not normally opened physically because it kind of scrapes against the stone. It's quite heavy. You can see big, heavy hinges on the inside begin to open as it leads into a stone corridor with stairs leading down.
Okay.
You see Elois just like, by the stars. To think that this was right here under our noses.
We need to be on high alert here.
Yes. Elois, did you want to come with us? Or
I can provide some assistance, but I think that it may be best if I remain at the back, and then I can prevent if anything comes from behind us, perhaps.
of course.
Or if anybody disturbs us, it's easier for me to perhaps convince them what we're doing is of importance.
Okay.
We need to close this behind us.
Yeah. Sentry, I think if you stay at the front with your shield,
Sure thing.
Will, can you still detect magic?
I guess I'm still doing it, aren't I?
Yeah, I think it lasts either an hour or 10 minutes. And
10
I
minutes.
think it's
won't
10
rush
minutes,
it.
yeah.
So quick, you go up front and let's go. See if you can detect anything.
Okay, well, unless there's any physical traps, but I doubt it. It's a dangerous, terrifying
Bear
one.
trap.
Famous last words. Famous last words.
I'll go behind Sentry and peek over your shoulder.
Okay.
Like old times.
Not like old times.
Let's close the door.
Ayla will help.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, with a bunch of you, it's fine. Like, closing it is actually easier than opening it, because you kind of nestle it back into position, and you just have to kind of push until it's flush with the wall. Elos is at the back, and you begin making your way down the stairs. So you said that Sentry's at the front,
I'm just behind.
Just
her
behind, just
with
like-
my detect magic.
looking around. Yeah, okay.
I use the messenger ring to say, just as a note, remind me that when we're doing our secret hideout, that we use a different system of entrance and exit. Because
Yeah.
that's a heavy door.
We do need to figure out a proper entrance to that place.
Yeah.
Does the messenger ring, like, does it message everybody or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Or
not individual. You can choose to basically be like, I just want to talk to Nova privately, but generally it's a broadcast.
Like a comm badge.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Do we have to press it?
No.
Yeah.
You do not have to press it.
Okay.
Okay, so you begin making your way down the stairs. So we have Sentry, Quill. What's the order after
I'll
that?
go after
Why do you
that.
care so much,
Lucius,
Nerva.
Nerva,
I think.
Ayla, Smeek.
Yeah.
Yeah, having someone strong at the back is useful as well.
Okay.
Nerva.
Okay.
Never.
Nerva.
And you have detect magic going, don't you, Quill?
Yeah, I guess
Okay.
like another 8
You,
minutes.
the stairs take you down about 20, 30 feet. Like 15 feet from where you leave, there is a glyph on the step.
Oh, okay.
Mike has died.
Trot's mic has died.
Cool.
We don't know why.
It's about break time, so I'll replace it then.
There we go. It's about break time, so we'll take a break and then we'll
I've
fix the
found
mic.
Another trap.
found another
already.
glyph.
God damn, this place is hell.
That explodes.
Oh, yeah.
It also gives me time to do a quick map.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Nap
Because I
time.
didn't quite expect this straight away. So, we'll see you in 5.
See you in a bit.
Time.
Welcome back
Welcome.
to High Rollers D&D. We're all back, we're all sorted. Trot, can you speak?
Yeah.
There we go.
Never had a problem speaking.
Problem fixed.
Problem fixed.
The party have headed to Gale Crown, palace of the Sky City of Gusthaven, home to Sky Prince Aradan, and in their investigations into the mysterious death of Lucius's parents and his alleged own death in the courts of the Sky City of Gusthaven, the party have found themselves in the library where they discovered a secret door, and accompanied by Aerois, a senior stave of the city of Gusthaven, they have begun to explore it. Making their way down the stairs with a little bit of time remaining on his detect magic, Quillock and Kalar have spotted a glowing magical glyph upon the floor.
Sentry, wait. Sentry, stop.
Okay.
Okay, there's another glyph on the floor there.
Okay.
What school is it?
I am just about to find out. So
Destruction.
it is abjuration.
Oh, okay.
You can describe that thing. It covers an area no more than 10 feet in diameter. So it's basically like 2 steps of this stairs going down. So large, kind of like 5 foot wide steps heading down.
Okay.
Because everything in Dungeons and Dragons, everything in every fantasy world is measured in exactly 5 foot squares.
Nice. That's perfect.
I could dispel it again. But then that's
do.
it. I'm out of spells for today.
Does it cover the entire width?
Yes, it covers like the entire width of the 2 steps on the floor.
What if we jump over it?
You could jump, yes, you can absolutely jump it.
I mean, there's a risk of someone failing that jump.
I cast Shield of Faith on Quill.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. That's a
I
good
got
start.
you, boy.
How long does that last?
It's a concentration spell, 10 minutes, plus 2 bonus to AC.
Elois, if you were protecting an area and you were
Calling back to him.
Yeah. If you were protecting an area, what would you put on the floor?
He looks at he's like, well, there are several. A glyph of warding is the most likely, if that's...
Can we hop over it?
Generally, it requires contact with these sorts of trap spells, yes.
I'm going to jump over it.
Okay, so what's your strength score?
It's fucking incredible.
Yeah,
13.
-2.
13, and you are... Now, this is a very tight corridor, but you could have everyone stand to the side. I've made it a bit wider in the miniature, but it's not really more than about 7 feet wide.
I could, like we did before the Abbey, I could help you jump it. With Gust. Gust
I feel
cantrip.
like I'd trip down the stairs if you did that. It's it's 2 steps. I can jump
Well,
2
it's
steps.
about 10 feet like, of distance.
For 2 steps?
Yeah, they're 5 foot long steps.
Yeah.
I did say that. I said
You did.
5 foot wide steps, and it covers
Man,
All right.
2 of them.
D&D is like Minecraft. Everything's just
Yes,
blocky.
it's just blocks. No, it's more than 2 steps, but it covers a 10 foot amount of them. It's not 2 steps.
Yeah.
It's several steps, but the glyph is like spread out over
If
about
we
10
all
feet
need
of
to
steps.
do this, we need to get rid of it. Because that's too high a risk for one of us.
Let me through, let me through, let me through, let me through, let me
Oh,
through.
whoa,
Okay,
whoa,
all right.
Coming through,
She
scholar,
comes.
coming
Don't go
through.
too far. Don't go too far.
Just so you guys know, I will explain a little bit about like jumping and stuff because it's not that difficult. It's basically, well, the problem is it's difficult for people who are not very athletic.
Hello.
Generally, when you make a jump, you can if it's a long jump, like you're trying to go distance. If you have up to 10 feet of a running start, you can jump your strength score in feet.
13.
So you could jump up to 13 feet. As long as you have a 10-foot run up, you can jump 13 feet forward.
7 foot.
That's the problem. Nova can't jump very far.
I can do 12 feet, apparently.
18-foot horizontal leap.
Oh my god!
That is if you have a running start.
Luigi jump. Head first.
Almost imagining M. Bison
I'm trying to
doing
find-
like a
it is-
barrel spin.
It does decrease if you are making just a standing jump.
Okay.
So that is a running jump, 18 feet. Standing jump, you are not like goddamn
Yeah.
Luigi just flying through the air.
I mean, Elois, are you happy to
It's
make
on
the
me.
jump?
He's quite elderly. He's like, I'm not sure I could make it.
Got Smeek's tiny
I could
little
stay
legs.
on this side whilst
Come
you
on,
investigate
I'm
down
doing
below.
it. I'm just gonna start dispelling magic.
You cast Dispel Magic?
Yes.
Okay. Give me a second. I was looking up jumping, but now I'm looking up something else.
Here we go.
You would clear it if I used Gust on you as well,
What's Ayla's?
because it does 5 feet. Ayla's
Oh,
strength.
she's
Yeah,
18
but we've
as
also
well.
got smoke
Okay.
as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
you can just dispel this glyph without any extra check. It's a 3rd level spell or lower.
Bam.
So with the spell magic, the glyph fades.
Okay,
Carry
cool.
on.
I guess we'll carry on.
Look, face it. I was never going to make it. Look at me. I'm a noodle.
Yeah,
It's these sorts of things which kill us, ultimately.
it's true.
It's best not to risk it.
And
And
worst
it
case,
just ends it. It doesn't suppress it. It just ends it completely.
worst case, that could have been an alarm. And then again, I don't think we're being super sneaky right now, but we don't want anyone knowing we're here, I guess.
If you've not detected any more spells, then it is unlikely there is an alarm here.
Let's people down here.
You continue the remaining sort of like 15 feet of these stairs. You see 2 more magical effects.
Okay.
One over the actual like entranceway, like the corridor that leads into the room that you can see stretching out beyond you, and then another large glyph on the floor covering about another 10 feet. Both are abjuration spells.
Again.
I mean, if you give me a rest for an hour, I could try again.
I
I just
mean,
feel a bit dizzy. Whew.
Is there a way we can trigger it with something inanimate? Would that work?
Why would we want to trigger it?
No, generally when you conjure these kind of effects, the way that abjuration works is whoever created these would have had to have set conditions. Normally it would be a creature passes here or some such. To prevent things such as...
Sneak.
I mean, there is this moment where it's looking at him and he's there on the stairs looking up at Ayla.
Well-
it's like everybody does the like... and he's just like...
again, we have no idea what these spells are. I can also dispel. Twice. If we want to get rid of both of these.
And what would you have left in case there is something nasty in the room?
I've got 3 3rd level spell slots. That would use 2 of my
Okay.
3rd. 2 of my 3rd and highest spell slots.
Oh, give me an hour, sit down, and I'm back in business.
An hour? Do you restore spell slots on like a short...
Warlock, baby.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Do we want to sit here on the stairs for an hour? Smeek's just going to run into it in an hour's time.
Yeah.
Use your spells.
Okay. Shall I just... double dispel?
Yeah,
That's just thunder gone.
One of them, so the one on the outer frame, you cast a spell, it evaporates. The other one, I need you to roll a d20 plus your wisdom modifier.
Ooh, it's a tough one.
Right, okay.
Exploded.
Plus my wisdom modifier.
If you're casting this as a cleric, which is what I'm assuming you are.
Oh, I think so. Dispel magic, cleric, yeah. Ooh, 10.
The spell does not vanish. It is too powerful for your dispel to
Okay.
remove it.
And I still burn the slot, I suppose.
Sneak. Wait now. What do we do? This is telepathic talking.
Some of you could attempt to jump over it and investigate the rest of the room.
Oh, that's true. Send Echo through it, see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah?
You haven't seen Echo in ages.
As long as
Could get
Echo
an
doesn't touch the floor, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Echo can just fly over it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where you go.
Okay. So you conjure Echo and you send it in. So Echo, you actually see what is on the map, basically, with one small exception. You look into a large circular room with bookshelves surrounding the walls, gold furnishings very similar to the library you saw upstairs. You can see a small desk over to one side with a few journals or papers. You can see potion vials, some strange spheres, like metal spheres. But then Echo's attention is drawn to a creature basically in sort of like an alcove in the stone wall. It is humanoid in shape, but made from metal. It's not a guardian, but it is of a similar style and design, but it lacks the matrix that gives a guardian sentience, and it's just kind of locked into the wall.
Okay. I will send Echo back and I'll relay that to the guys.
Okay, so that glyph on the floor, could that potentially awaken?
It could do, yes. If there is some sort of creature.
All we need is confirmation that this is the room that he's been teleported through, right?
Could use the eye again.
Sentry,
Yeah?
Or you could
Those-
jump it.
circular metal thingy with loggies you said that Echo saw. Did it look like the thingy that blew us up?
Oh, did it?
Could be.
Could be.
Cool.
We should be really careful.
Elois, with your witness of this room and its goings-on, is that enough?
Yeah, I mean, this certainly gives us a cause for concern, but the problem is we do not know who in the palace has been visiting this room. You mentioned papers of some sort? Perhaps they may give us some more clues, or perhaps this creature has something on it that we could use?
I think, considering it's my fault we're all here, I'll do the jump.
Wait, I can cast levitate on you. Or anyone. Me.
There's so many spells. We need to be careful. In case that thing does awaken and I need you, we need aggressive action.
It's not a spell, it's just me being a Ganassi.
Oh.
Ganassi are cool.
I could find out.
You can only do it once.
Yeah.
I could find out what happens when you walk on the glyph. I just need to ask the question, see it in the eye.
Do you think that's
Truly
worth
remarkable power. I imagine that whatever it is, it will not be good. It will either awaken this guardian creature that you saw. It will. The most common use of a glyph is to provide an explosion, similar to a fireball.
Would that not be a different school of magic?
No, the spell Glyph of Warding is an abjuration spell. However, you can instill other spells into it.
I see.
And I imagine that to detect magic ritual, you would see the glyph itself.
Okay.
I can jump this easily. Just give me a run up. Everyone stand to the side.
So this is just blocking the entrance, this other glyph. And that's
It's like right in front. So if I were to, I don't really have anything on the map, but I can put like a D4. It's basically covering like this 10-foot square.
Of just the entrance. Okay, so the rest of the room, as far as I can see, is clear. My detect magic. Which I guess is on its last legs. Detect magic.
Flickering.
Yeah.
What if I was to... I was just wondering if I could like maybe levitate Sentry or Ayla and then they can hover there and help swing everyone across.
Yeah.
I could also I can still gust people across as well.
We don't all need to be in the room.
No.
I feel like I could just go in there, find some information, and get out again.
Yeah, if you levitate Lucius, he just gets in there, gets out.
But we jump back up in case the Guardian comes alive?
Yes, I'll jump straight out.
Okay. If you're sure.
Do you want me to levitate you? Or are you going to jump?
I'll jump it, it's fine.
Well, you just get
Levitate
back
me if
out.
it looks like I'm going to hit the floor.
Okay.
Okay.
So if everyone moves to the side, Lucius can clear 13 feet, which is enough for him to jump. So he runs down, he jumps, and just like lands just a little bit beyond the glyph itself. Nothing happens. There's no flash.
Do you do a front flip?
As you land. There is a moment where
Bison jump.
you all kind of have that intake of breath as he lands, but nothing happens. The Guardian doesn't come to life. The creature doesn't come to life. No spells go off.
I don't see the glyph change at all, or...
No.
Okay.
Okay, I'll skulk up to this left side and start working my way around, checking for papers. I'll look at the papers, I'll look at the thing, if there's any traps. I don't like your face, I'm gonna step out of the room.
So you move up to here.
It's the left
then
side of the room.
You begin making your way
I'm gonna
around.
look for any loose papers or anything like that I can look at.
Okay. You go around looking at the bookshelves, which are full of books.
I was like,
And you're like looking at all the books, and you're looking at, is it trapped? Oh, looking at the book traps. And all of the books are historical books. Some of them appear to be magical theory, detailing events of the past, Gusthaven's history, histories of nobility. And then you see the desk that Sentry pointed out on the other side of the room to where you started, which has the loose papers on it. So you kind of go around the whole thing.
I found it, Sentry.
Thorough.
Excellent.
And yeah, you find a collection of papers. It is written in Elven, which you obviously speak and read.
I can't.
And it is a collection of written orders. I don't have them written out, because I didn't expect to actually recite them. But it basically, the gist of them is, they seem to be orders of how to manage, how to set up a number of people into positions of power within Gusthaven. It is communications with somebody called the Wind King, who is the leader of the Wind Barons. And it is detailing, it's messages like, the Gusthaven scouts will be scanning this area on this date. Avoid it. Trade cargo coming in from Gold Throne this date. this wind route, blah blah blah. It's like giving insider information about where to strike, supplies to steal. There are reports of blackmail. Several Knights of Siaska from the cathedral have been basically blackmailed into spying and providing information by basically having their families threatened. There is also the last couple of pages, however, what catch your attention. They indicate your return. One of them is specifically, in fact, in amongst the papers, you find the letter you sent from Kayleigh's Rest to Gusthaven.
Oh my god.
Here.
Holy crap.
From that letter is the Elenasto boy is alive. We must deal with the contingencies. Our agents may be compromised. I've dispatched assassins to Kayleigh's Rest where he sent the message. Jeez. Later on in the pages, the boy is missing from Kayleigh's Rest. He seems to have vanished. Nobody knows what happened to him. We may have been lucky. Blah, 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 blah. He's returned. I must quickly deal with this. The easiest scapegoat is Anastasia. He knows that she hates his family. However, we'll need to move quickly. I'll send agents to deal with him and the nanny as quickly as possible. Right. There are no names on these pieces of paper until the very end. Until the very end, where you find it's written by somebody else, and it's being scrumpled up and kind of thrown away in like anger. But you kind of pull it and you start opening it, and you read in it. It is from somebody else. Mm-hmm.
Juicy, juicy, juicy.
It is from
the Sky Prince.
It's from Salvarius Atheron, who is the head of the Atheron noble family.
Oh, we dealt with those guys.
Salvarius Atheron basically says, I can't believe you've let this happen. Why haven't you dealt with him already? He's going to ruin everything. That whelp owes me money. I won't forgive this, Elois. And as you read that and you begin turning around, you see above the door this long iron staff, and you just see Elois, like, his hands crackling with power as you turn, as he's going to take you shout that as something happens.
I was going to do Zone of Truth.
You should have zoned it.
You were so close, and I absolutely weaseled my way out of not doing it.
Fucking Brookstone every fucking time.
I need everybody except Lucius to make a Constitution saving
Oh
throw.
my god. Oh, you'll get plus twos.
God.
You'll get plus
Everybody
twos.
gets plus two.
Fucking time.
Oh shit.
Woohoo!
We got Brookstone.
4. I even said it. We suck at this.
I
really
trust him with
should've.
my life.
Thing is,
Done it.
if you hadn't have spotted all those things, like the next thing I was going to do was use the eye and just be like, who has access to this room?
God damn.
This is strange.
I have no knowledge of this room. Lol, lol, lol.
Bastards.
What'd you guys get?
20.
9.
24.
Oh no.
Ayla?
Oh, Ayla.
I've already rolled Smeeks.
Oh shit.
Ayla, Constitution.
Smeek's dead, right?
19.
Plus
22.
3, plus 5.
Oh,
20,
shit.
21.
Okay, so everybody who got above a 16, which is not Smeek
Or me.
Oh no.
or Quill, take 30 points of cold damage.
Whoa!
Wow.
Those of you who saved take half, so you take 15. As a cone of cold, Elois steps back and fills this narrow corridor where he was at the back with ice. Smeek is frozen solid and shatters. Oh, actually, no. He becomes a frozen statue until it thaws. He's frozen solid. Smeek is just frozen completely solid.
T-shirt, Mark.
I'm sorry. I didn't choose to come down here. I didn't choose to figure out the big conspiratorial villain that I was going to have revealed way later on, did I?
He also hit his
Rhiannon,
staff
can
from my
you
perception.
track initiative for me? Because I actually don't have a reason to do.
Oh, I guess we need to roll initiative.
Okay, you
as well.
Yeah, can we roll initiative?
Yeah.
By the way, 30
You just write
damage
down
to me.
everybody's name.
Yep.
30 damage to me is Bad news.
Quill, Nova, Lucius.
Why are you here?
Just to watch us all suffer.
Can you put Elois?
Elois.
Elois.
Yep.
And can you also put Guardian?
Guardian.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Oh yeah, we're on a staircase.
Wham,
and
bam,
he's just
wham.
going to slowly slide into the
Bam,
cliff.
wham, wham. Rock and roll.
So let's do some initiatives.
Rock and roll.
We got danger lights now.
So Elois is an 8.
8 for Lois, yeah.
Lois. And the Guardian is a 7.
7, nice.
Right, so what do we get? Let's go around the other side. Let's do Lucius.
22.
22 initiative. Nova.
22.
22.
Quill.
18. No,
18.
sorry, 14.
14.
Ayla.
Ayla.
Oh, sorry. Natural 20 plus 4, so 24.
Ayla's going first.
Cool, and I got 4.
Damn it.
Don't need to worry about Smeek.
There you go. Do you want the boy?
Yes. Also, if you've got like a spare pen or a pen.
I
I bought
got
some.
pens.
There.
Nice.
Nice. Fucking hell.
Oh, okay.
Fucking elves.
Bah.
Right. So Ayla is the first one to go.
And she would have taken 15 damage as well, right?
Yep.
Okay. Ayla first to go. And where is she? She's right next to him, isn't she?
She is right next to him. Yes.
She is going to turn around and literally two-hand grab the staff and like try and push him against the wall.
Okay.
I guess subduing him in some way.
She just wants to try and like grapple him, basically.
Yeah, and like
Is
sort
it
of
the
pin him.
staff?
No, the staff is actually above. Like you can see this iron staff, but he's not holding a staff. He has like a bracelet with like a little arcane
But the
focus.
staff is above the door.
Yeah, it's like basically above the door. So like Lucius, that's why none of you have seen it, because Lucius, as he turned around, sees this iron staff. on the
Oh, I
wall.
see. So I thought
And
he
it's
grabbed
the
the staff.
staff that Quill recognizes. No, he's
In that case, she'll just turn around and like press him against the wall, like
Try and
grab
basically
both his
subdue him.
hands and hold him against the wall.
I guess that would stop him from.
potentially. So she can make a athletics check.
Okay. 11 plus athletics, 18.
18.
Athletics plus 7, damn.
I mean, yeah. Like she basically grabs him, like grabs his arms and shoves him against the wall. He just kind of is just like, I was hoping that you would not find this place, but I must deal with you now. What a shame.
Why? Ayla says.
There are many reasons, none of which I have to explain to you. What do we call that? Lowland wastrel.
Wastrel?
Don't forget she's a wild elf. He's looking at Ayla with just like
Racism.
super racism.
Super racism powers.
Oh my god, you can see it in his face. That's
Okay.
super racism.
Nova.
We've got super fucking high AC in it.
What?
Just Nova. You go.
What? I'm gonna attack and green from blood.
Groom from blood.
What, him?
Yeah. On
No, Ayla. Or Smeek.
Get off him!
Yeah, I'm just gonna kick Smeek over.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Initiative.
So +7. Wow, that's 3 19s in a row that I've rolled. +7 is
26.
that.
Okay.
And I'm gonna dual wheel.
I guess
dual-handed?
is he subdued? So is it like?
You'd have advantage, yeah.
Should I roll again just in case?
Just to see you get it correct.
18.
Oh.
So that's D10 plus 4, so 7 points of damage, and green flame blade.
There's no other targets within range.
But doesn't that give him damage though?
No. Oh no, it does extra D8 point of damage to him, yeah, but
Yeah.
then it strikes a target within 5 feet
Yeah,
as
but
well.
it does extra damage to him.
Yeah, so I thought you'd already rolled that.
+5.
So just 7 plus 5. So the 7 was your base weapon damage, and then you add the extra D8. Okay. Okay. So yeah, you strike him, and you can see that there is some sort of ward. Like you kind of strike him, and you feel this kind of globe around him that begins fragmenting as you hit it and deal damage to him. But it doesn't seem to affect him directly just yet.
Some sort of shield.
Some sort of shield.
Tricksy bugger.
After Nova, Lucius.
Elois.
You see the Guardian, by the way, as soon as Nova's blade hits Elois, the Guardian creature and it begins pulling itself free. It's obviously not acted yet, but you can see it is activated.
I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20, 15.
You moved. You stepped on the symbol.
I thought that was related to the animated armor.
No, I need you to... Oh dear. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Would anyone else?
+2.
Nope. He is not within range of sentries.
Oh, that just teetered around for ages before landing on the 1. That was like faked.
No, wait. 1. That's a natural 1. +2.
It doesn't.
3.
You don't get the +2 from sentry. You just have your normal one. Sentry's too far for the aura.
Yeah.
6.
If I just quickly borrow a D10, and then I just need to do this twice.
Do I have one? I don't think I've got one out at the moment. There we go.
Bam.
I guess I'm just so shocked that it's Elois that I'm just stumbling.
Yeah. No, I like it. I like the RP.
Thank you.
All part of the plan.
Not gonna like it in a minute.
Oh my god, that's so bad.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I just rolled so high.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
What's your max hit points?
34.
Okay, this isn't going to kill you outright. You take 59 necrotic damage as you step on it.
Oh my
Like
god.
black lightning just shoots up as it like strikes you and just sucks the life force out. 59 necrotic, 10d10 necrotic damage on a failed save.
Needed another
Against-
5 more to outright kill you.
Is it still active?
That's how I die.
You turn around, Elois, you kind of step forward, and it hits you, and you just watch as Lucius's body slumps to the ground. The symbol does, however, evaporate.
Just scream, Lucius! Like, scream out.
Yeah, you scream out.
Yeah, but what part of the body does that lightning hit? Injury check. My favourite part of the game.
Yes, this is a magic spell, so it can't like break bones.
He's still down.
Roll, yeah. Do a critical, do an injury check. The DC for this is half of 59, so
Oh, really?
20. Yeah, because it's half the
24.
damage taken.
25.
It'd be 25 plus another 4, 29 the DC. I don't think you can pass it.
4.
So roll the D20 again.
Oh.
That's an 18.
That'd be no lingering permanent damage. You're just laced with lightning as it just black lightning just coalesces around you.
And your eyebrows.
When you cry out Lucius, you just kind of hear just like Elois, just like, perhaps now it can all be done and my plans can continue. I had hoped that you would stay away from this place, boy. After Lucius, because that ends your go, Quill.
I thought this was going to be like an investigation episode. I swapped out
So did
many spells.
So did I!
But I swapped out like a ton of spells, like specifically for investigation.
We went to
over
the palace
combat.
and then Quill, you perceived Quill to have a
Well, because he went to the library.
Oh, right.
I didn't expect you to guys to. I forgot that, like, I guess, like, because I had forgotten that Quill had seen the place, and Tom's idea of, like, well, I can just go and see if I recognize them. I hadn't even considered it. I was like, fuck. This whole session, by the way, I had planned for you to be like, let's follow this mysterious mage who's gone missing. Oh, we're gonna follow the clues and try and track down where she is. Oh, I had a whole thing placed in the chains, which is a cool place below the city. New piece of history lore. Oh, that'd be cool. Nope.
She's dead.
I want to fight Sephiroth, please. Out of Midgar. Sephiroth, here we come.
Just gonna load in this PS1 save.
Yeah, fuck me.
Action
like
replay
speed
card.
running Breath of the Wild.
Quill, yes.
That's what D&D's all about.
Christ. So the Guardian's awakened. But I can't see that really. And Elois is pinned against the wall right behind me, right?
And Lucius
He is, yeah.
smouldering on the floor.
I'm gonna run to Lucius.
Yeah.
I guess I can see that the spell's dispelled.
Yeah.
Or used. And I'll do a level 3 Cure Wounds.
Nice.
Thanks, buddy.
So what is that? 3d8? Level 3 Cure Wounds? 3d8 plus
3d8
4?
plus wisdom. Yep.
3 8s, please.
7.
Nice.
6. So
Nice.
13.
Nice.
2.
15.
15 plus
19.
4, 19.
Thank you.
I healed!
Yeah.
With 19 health as well, that's pretty good.
Anything else?
I haven't got any bonus action cantrip. Oh, actually, what's Shillelagh?
Shillelagh.
Shillelagh.
Just make a
Shillelagh.
You make you can make a quarterstaff or a cudgel into a weapon that uses your wisdom.
Can I use the bonus action of can I bonus action dodge?
No. It's an action to take the dodge action.
I will. Yeah, I'll just.
Do you have the barrier ring anymore?
You have the barrier.
Yeah,
ring.
The barrier ring.
The armor.
Yeah, I can't do anything. Bonus
How
action.
disappointing. Elois's turn. Can Ayla make a charisma saving throw, please?
No, don't. No.
Ayla charisma. Mm-hmm. You're not.
I'm not
What is the range
I'm not
of
range.
your aura?
I don't think I am I? For Ayla. Don't know why that noise is necessary.
She got Constitution.
Doesn't actually
No,
say.
charisma.
Oh, charisma. 17.
17.
Potentially +2 from this aura.
Oh wow, the 17 is alone. What did you roll?
17.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
0.
So Elois tries to banish her with a flash of magic.
Wow.
I mean, it wouldn't be permanent because she's on her home plane.
Is she though?
Is she though? That's a good question. She tries to banish her, but she kind of like shrugs off the spell.
She's in
Fucking
space.
That's what she
Yeah,
carried
but Kate
gone.
comes back. Yeah. By the way, Ayla.
Yeah, she's
Did you think about that, Mark?
No. Just like, I need a spell to get rid of the barbarian. Banish is a great idea. She's not got a great charisma.
We don't know
And then as soon as Tom said that, I was like,
We don't know what would
This
have happened.
is why you don't take days off.
that is actually all Elois can do on his turn.
Good.
However, that is an
not gonna attempt to
abjuration spell, so his ward regains hit points.
How is he being pinned?
Where's the level of the spell?
Is he able to cast banish?
So the thing is like he's being pinned. I'm not treating it as like he's not completely restrained because he can just move his hands and he can still speak.
Oh, his hands are still just like
He's not
twiddling
paralyzed
away.
yet. He's just like
Okay.
like the
Stop
same way
clicking.
with you guys. Like just being like pinned like against something, I wouldn't stop you casting spells.
Yeah.
If you had your hands tied and gagged, that prevents you casting spells.
Gotcha.
After Elois, it is the Shield Guardian's go. It ignores Quill and that, and unable to get past because you're not attacking Elois at this point. He's coming for Ayla. You can see it but it can't get past Sentry, so it's going to attack Sentry. He tries to punch you with his big metal fists.
Cool. I've got my
18 to hit.
Does not hit.
A
throwing that guy
16
against
to
the
hit.
wall.
No hit.
So, bam! Sentry just holds up the shield. These huge, strong arms just bound into you.
How Titan-like is this Guardian versus our resident Plant Guardian?
The Shield Guardian is bigger. It's a large creature, so it's probably about 9 feet tall. It's quite bulky, but in terms of raw strength, it and Sentry are probably equal. But this thing looks tankier. It looks, more well built.
This is like Iron Man 2 when you have the
yeah.
the big chunky one.
Yeah, there you go. Like it. Thanks. Who is S? Sentry.
Yeah.
I just need a
All right.
lightning
I'm just gonna attack the Guardian then. I'm gonna use Divine Smite on it as well.
Cool.
And I
You don't
can
need to
attack.
spend that until you hit. So.
No, so I will do that. 12 plus 6, 12, 18.
Plus 7.
Plus 7, even.
Yes, hits.
Hits.
Definitely hits.
Nice. Cool. And then D8 plus 4. Where are your D8s?
Oh, that's
I
got
always
Shield of
hide them.
Faith, haven't I?
That's a 6 for the first one. And then I'm going to attack again.
Well, so that's D8 plus
D8
your
plus 4.
plus 4, so 10. But then
10.
you Divine Smite, right?
Yeah.
So what level spell do you want to spend? Because it's 2d8 for a first level spell.
Yeah.
And then you get an extra d8 for every level spell slot.
I'll do it at
after
level 2.
that. So you get another 3d8 on top of that. as
3d8
well.
on that one.
So you're currently at 10,
10.
and then
so 1,
plus 3d8.
2, 3. 10, 19, 21, 22. And
22, and then you can attack again.
attack again. Do I, need to, I
crap.
can't remember if I do need to roll again.
Yep, you do. Yep.
12 plus 7, 19.
19 hits.
And then another d8 plus 4. So this is an 8.
So 8, you could Divine
Yeah.
Smite again if you want.
I will do that as well.
Can you burn 2 spell slots?
I can burn 2.
Because it's not casting a spell.
Huh.
So I'll do another 3d8
So you're
on
casting
that
at level
one.
2, yep.
Yep.
Yep, Divine Smite's fucking dope.
That's
Oh,
10.
man.
Another 11 on top of that one.
So it was
10
plus
plus
another
11,
so
21. Yep.
Holy crap.
Damn.
43 points of damage. The axe begins cleaving through the Guardian, and you can see it stumbling, and it's just like, must reach Elois, must reach Elois. As you strike it, you do begin to see that its metal is beginning to knit itself back together very slowly.
Right.
Like it's like regeneration.
Okay.
But yeah, you strike 2 whopping blows against it as we jump to Ayla at the top of the initiative.
I guess she saw him casting spells. Could she literally cover his mouth, but in the same movement, like shove him against the wall?
You can't damage and try and like completely restrain and silence somebody.
Okay, well, I guess, yeah, just a very rudimentary version of silence. Put your hand over their mouth.
She can try.
What would she need to
Probably make a strength check.
do? 15.
So you got a 20 on a dex. So he actually wriggles free, and he keeps like moving his like mouth, and like she's not able to like completely cover his mouth. Also, leaving one hand from like pinning him, he now has more reach with his arms and stuff. But she's trying to like clamp her hands over his mouth.
Okay, can she do anything as a bonus? She could rage, but I don't think that would have affected her strength check, wouldn't it?
Yep.
No, I don't think there's any other bonus actions she can do. So, I guess she'll continue with whatever grapple she currently has on him, which is still better than nothing.
Okay.
I mean, she could just wail on the guy, but I'm still not sure about killing him.
Well, we can knock him out. We can say, like,
Yeah.
knock him out.
Yeah, true.
Okay. After Ayla's go, Nova.
So I would like to cast Hexblade Curse on Elois. And then, yeah, I guess I'll attack and Green Flame blade him again. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 to hit.
12 does not hit him.
You have advantage.
I have advantage?
No, he's no longer properly like pinned
No
against
longer
the wall.
fully restrained,
Yeah.
okay.
Do I get anything from Sentry being next to me?
Nope. You get bonus saving throws. Done.
Yeah.
Okay. Lucius.
Can I even see Elois at this point?
Yeah, I mean the corridor, the creature is blocking a lot of the corridor, but you can definitely see like Ayla Nova basically fighting with Elois in the back, but he's kind of
Hitting
behind
him
1,
might
2,
be
3,
hard.
4 people basically.
All right, I'm going to do a chromatic orb of acid on the back of the Guardian at level 3.
Okay, go for it.
Spell attack! Spell attack!
Acid as well.
15 plus 6, 21.
21 hits, yeah, hits the Guardian.
5d8.
Nice.
2.
I'm going to quickly go run some,
3.
I'm just going to quickly grab some stuff from my cupboard. I need some extra ones.
What? Why?
Oh!
Okay, work out the damage while he's running off. I don't like that.
17.
I need all these d8s.
Hey, now we can just say that you rolled max damage. He's gone. The players take control.
Oh look, he fell over. Where's the mini for Elois?
Oh, something
Banished him.
Yeah.
Banished
Done.
him. Yeah, took
He's
a leaf
gone.
out of your book.
Bim bam bam
gone.
He's gone.
What do you
22.
do when a DM's not here? Just rage, right? Just like, I mean, oh no, he's back.
Yeah, he rolled max damage. Weird.
Yeah, yeah.
Got crits all around.
Elois died.
He's gone.
Yeah.
He just had a change of heart.
I get to decide that, not you. Right, how much damage?
22 acid.
To the Guardian.
Yeah. Dichromancy
Yep.
of 6.
To Guardian.
I don't know if I can weave to Elois.
Yeah, can, yeah.
So I'll do that,
So 6 points to Elois.
just so he knows.
Yeah, so you kind of streak out with this orange bolt that kind of weaves its way through your companions and strikes into the shield surrounding Elois and begins fragmenting a little bit more. He kind of grunts a little.
He needs to be held accountable for his actions. Subdue him.
Yeah, gosh.
He just laughs when he hears you say that. After Lucius, we go to Quill.
Okay. So this Guardian is still just going hammer lammer ding dong
Yeah,
on
it's
Sentry.
trying to push, it's trying to get to Elois,
Right.
but Sentry's kind of blocking its path. Like the true tanky Guardian Sentry that she is.
I will cast Hold Person on Elois.
Okay.
Basic casting.
I will counterspell that.
I cast Cuddle on Elois.
Okay.
Embrace.
Bonus actions? Movement?
I will use bonus action to inspire Sentry.
Bardic Inspiration.
Bardic Inspiration.
What'd you call out? Fight it!
Fucking do it!
Okay.
Just do the thing!
Thanks, Quill.
Do it.
Do it.
Thank
Elois vanishes. He teleports.
Oh,
I knew it.
No, he teleports to the back of the room.
There's no impact from
Oh
Ayla?
god.
No, it's just, he can just teleport. It's a verbal only.
What does it mean if we're all in a line, Mark?
No.
Sadly, casting teleport is his action.
Yeah, shut up.
But he will actually teleport himself next to the desk, actually.
Oh, he's gonna bomb us.
He picks up one of the spheres.
Oh. Shit.
Guardian's turn. Guardian will, seeing his master move, and basically moves his way back. Sentry, you get an attack opportunity.
We'll
Quill,
take that.
you get an attack opportunity.
With what?
Lucius?
No, Lucius, he doesn't ever really leave your threatened area.
I guess I just try
go.
and scratch at him with my talons.
Tell me sucks.
Well, it uses your reaction, so decide if you want to use it.
Yeah.
Did you hit first?
Oh,
Sentry?
do I have any other reactions?
Yes, you will.
15 plus 7, 21.
Yes, you hit. You can keep that 8.
12?
Yeah, D8 plus 4.
12 to hit? No.
Yeah.
What did you do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did D8 plus 4.
So 12.
12.
I'm not going to use my pistol.
He does regenerate at the start of his turn, but the opportunity attack helps mitigate preventing him from healing too much. As Sentry just cleaves him as he stomps past, and he just puts himself in front of Elois, and he just seems to stand looking at you. Oh no, he can take an action actually. He raises up a hand, and you can see a small crystal embedded into it. Accessing spell storing fireball. He's gonna put a fireball about. Where can he catch most of you? Yep.
Wait, he's casting fireball?
Yep. Fuck. Everyone, dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, does anyone
So
get...
do we get +2s from...
Those of you who are within 10 feet of Sentry, so Nova and Ayla, but nobody else.
Is it dexterity?
Dexterity saving throw, yeah.
So that's +2 plus 4, 16 for me.
This is it.
6.
It's been an honor.
It's been a pleasure and an honor serving with you.
I mean, you'll go down. I doubt this will completely kill you.
Say that.
Been a great
Say
time.
that. Don't say that.
Banish me.
15.
I'm a space elf too.
Oh, a nice even 25 for the max. But what did you get on saving throws?
16.
16 is enough.
Nice.
Well, I got 17 as Quill, but Ayla definitely fails.
Okay, so basically anybody who got above a 16, so what did you get?
21.
21, so Lucius failed. So anybody who got above a 16, you take half of 25 is going to be 12.
Okay.
Those of you who did not pass take 25 fire damage.
I'm down.
You're down. You're not outright dead.
Yeah.
So it has to
No,
be.
it wasn't.
Yeah.
A little tickle.
Sid, just so you know, the
Wait, how much damage?
eagle
15?
is landing.
It was 12 to people that halved.
Oh,
Cool down?
Oh,
down.
I'm down as well. That's 2 inches.
Whale
Heal
is
yourself.
affected.
And then Ayla took the full 25.
Yeah, but she's
What
fine.
happens to Smick?
735.
Oh, that's right. I mean, it does say he's frozen until thawed.
So would that thaw him?
And I think it thaws him. But then his body is pretty much like burnt.
Oh.
Like,
Goes
also,
from-
I haven't made death saving throws for Smeek. He would have made 1 so far.
Yeah.
That's a 19.
Right.
Like
Resilient.
right now, Trot. What are you asking?
735.
Oh, okay. So he found that death saving throw, but then being struck by the fireball would give him an immediate 1 strike.
Not 2?
But it thaws his body. But
One or
no,
3?
because its melee strikes do 2.
Okay.
Yeah, put him down. Thank you, Kim.
Drop injury checks from both of us.
Yep, Constitution saving throws.
Do it.
DC 12.
You ready?
Our powers combined.
Constitution saving throw.
Broken arm.
Go!
Again, it's a fireball, so certain effects won't take place.
21.
Pass.
Constitution.
Yep.
Eating.
Pass.
Hey.
You're blown, kind of launched to the ground, but you are not critically injured. That was the Guardian's go. Sentry.
Okie dokie.
You see your 2 friends just get annihilated by this fireball.
God, I'm gonna have to run and heal these boys.
Okay. You can only heal 1 of them at a time.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Okay, I will give.
I'm burning spell slots like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I'll give Quill potion of healing.
Okay. Just a regular
Regular
of healing.
potion healing. D4 plus 4.
2d4 plus 2. Sorry, I got it. I normally roll it.
It's on
4, 6 hit points back to Quill.
Cool. Well, what about lay on hands? Who said that?
I know. I'm saving it.
I thought that's what you were going to do.
Saving it.
Ayla's
Thank you. Ayla is going to rage, obviously.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's holding a bomb. What was the radius? Do you remember the radius on the last bomb? It was pretty big, right?
It was a fireball.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same spell that the Guardian just detonated.
It was huge.
With us on the floor, it'd be bad.
It'd be an immediate death saving throw if you're unconscious.
Fail.
Quill isn't unconscious now.
Is it double fail? Is it?
No, it's just one. It's so basically it has to be melee within 5 feet is 2 death saving throws. Any other damage is 1 death saving throw. It's like an immediate death saving throw. Fail.
Because you're not like.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But I don't. He's got the bomb. I mean, yeah, she'll.
She's got like what? Quite a high amount of movement.
She can run.
45 feet, yeah.
So-
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She can get right up to both of them.
Okay.
But I think she's just going to recklessly just... I mean, if she recklessly attacks, I guess that's not knockout, is it? She's wailing on the guy.
Can she knock out Aerois?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is Tom's
There's nothing in reckless attack that says you can't make your attacks not
Reckless
lethal.
knockout attacks.
As long as you just have to knock them down to 0.
0. You just
and
have to get them to
that's
0
it.
hit points. Yeah.
So you
It's when you get them to 0, you decide
What?
is that a lethal blow or is it a non-lethal blow.
Okay.
That's how I run it.
So basically, wail on him.
Wail, all right.
So remember, it's like hit points aren't necessarily like actual
Yeah,
cuts and things like that. It can also just be running out of energy. If it's reckless, you get to roll twice. You have advantage.
Oh, awesome, like 25.
Hits. Are you going for him?
Him, yeah.
Lois. Yep, you hit.
And the second one, should I just do both? Sure.
Oh yeah, you roll with advantage for all of your attacks with
She
reckless.
attacks twice, doesn't she?
Yeah.
And then 20.
20 hits.
1d8 plus 5 bludgeoning. So 8, and then...
I mean, I will.
12.
So just as a point, because like I want to play my NPCs this way. When on that second attack, he does conjure up his shield because he thinks he can deflect it, but the 20 still hits him.
Oh, okay.
But just for a point of I'm mocking off his spell slot
That's 20 damage
from both.
from both attacks. And then does she get a zap as well?
Yeah, it gets the lightning.
Is that just a d6?
Yeah, I have to make a dexterity saving throw. That is a 16.
So half damage. 1.
1 point.
I'm rolling like Ayla.
You watch as the shield protecting Elois, but like cracks and breaks, and then a little bit of the force hits him, and he's kind of Lowland scum! How dare you! I'm a child of the sky.
She's just roaring.
Cool. Nova.
Bastard.
Lucius is
My
still
whole
down,
life.
isn't he?
He was
But
a
you're up.
cock.
Am I actually up, or have I just been...
No, he hasn't stood up.
Okay.
He's just
I'm
conscious.
I've got health.
Kill
He
him.
has health.
Kill him.
I am of health.
Okay. Can I get to this side of Lucius?
Yeah, you can move through allies.
Just stand over
Walk
him.
over me.
Sorry. And can I? How does it work? Because I gave him a greater healing potion. Did I give you? Do you have a greater healing potion? 'Cause
Is it
I
in his
bought them.
inventory?
Yeah, please tell me it's in your inventory.
It's a potion of healing, but
left
not.
it at
Oh
the,
wait, greater healing.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
It's in
because
his
I know that I
inventory.
bought it for him, is that?
You know it's there.
Like, yeah,
yeah,
so-
Like I assume you guys tell each other, unless you're deliberately
bought
like,
it.
no, I'm keeping this for myself. I don't want anyone to know I got this.
I freaking bought it for him, gave it to him. Okay,
Yeah.
can I shove it in his face, please?
Yeah, sure. Was it greater?
Greater.
So that's 44 plus 4.
Yeah.
Boop. Ooh, that was a bad roll for
Oh,
Mark Humes, though. All 4 1s, 8 hit points.
Oh my god.
Yep. Hey, goes that way. Sometimes I roll 59 necrotic damage, sometimes I roll 4 1s on 44.
Now, what are you trying to do? Damage or heal?
Oh, dice hate you for that, yeah.
Can I bonus give myself a potion?
Yes.
Okay, I'll bonus give myself just a regular.
You're just standing there like,
See? Now I get 2 4s.
Hey.
12 hit points. No, 10 hit points. 10 hit points.
Lucius bias.
That is very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate that I saw you move on the symbol and I'm like, and then you tried to me, I was like, no.
Dear
You were
child.
moving on that until I said stop. You don't get to say, no, I don't.
Not me.
Okay.
That's all I can do.
That's all you can do? Lucius, you're conscious on the floor. For goodness sakes, can't you even die with dignity?
Not with the power of friendship.
We'll see.
How long have I got?
What do you mean, how long have you?
6 seconds.
Do you mean on the earth?
I know it's a deep question.
Yeah, I mean 6 seconds, but if you want to like say something, you can say something to him.
Before I cast this, I'll say, why my father?
He was in my way. He resisted change.
Hypnotic pattern, you bastard. 18 plus.
Do you have to roll, or is it a saving throw on a hypnotic pattern?
I like to roll, but it's just saving throw.
Oh my god.
I'm going to counter.
Wisdom.
Counterspelling it.
I'm going to counterspell it.
Jeez.
He knows magic, man.
He's a magic man.
He's a magic man. But I am slowly running out of spell slots.
As a bonus action,
Yes.
I'm going to use my font of magic
Oh, yes.
to convert some sorcery points back into a level 3.
I love it.
I believe it's for a 3rd level. It's 5. Fuck. It's almost all of them. There you go. That's what I did.
For what? A 3rd level?
5.
Yeah, you spent 5 to get a 3rd level spell slot.
Yeah.
Back. Nice. Quill.
Yeah, I'm going to stand up as well.
Sure.
I'm going to stand up. I'm going.
Take care of that for me, Kim. Thank you.
I'm going to.
Secretary, please, would you stand the miniatures up, please?
Thank you. Come on.
Oh god, I dropped Quill.
No!
It's
I'll
fine,
make
it's
another
fine.
injury check. I'm going to strum my bandore, which I guess is like on my waist, I suppose. And that's going to use. Fuck, what was it called? What was it called? I had it right here. Where's the spell gone?
I mean, I can't help you. I don't.
Entangle.
Okay.
So, grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square. The creature in the area when you... Oh, crap. That's everyone. Can I choose?
I mean, you can place where you
angle it.
choose it, can't you? You can, like, put it in, like, the corner here.
Yeah, I mean, 20 feet.
7 minutes.
Yeah.
5,
Sid.
10, 15, 20. Okay, yeah, I'll just cast it on the very back corner of the room so it only catches Guardian
Elois and the
Man
Guardian.
and Elois.
Yep.
They have to make a strength saving throw.
Elois fails.
Okay, 15 is the...
I don't know. I know what I rolled. So does the Guardian. I rolled a 1.
Ooh.
They are restrained until the spell ends, and it's concentration for a minute.
Okay. So a restrained creature's speed becomes 0. It can't benefit from any bonuses to its speed. Attack rolls have advantage. Its attack rolls have disadvantage. And it has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. So these vines kind of wrap around their legs, like catching their arms, but they're not like paralyzed.
We all have advantage though.
On attack rolls against them, yes. They have disadvantage. Is that you done, Quill?
Yeah, now if
Anything
that
else?
was cast on my Bandore, can I still use a spell?
Yes, I will say yes, because you're not you're using a magic item, sure. Maybe we might change that, but I'm going to rule it as a yes for now. So you can bonus action spell.
Bonus action, Shield of Faith on Lucius.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, +2 AC. Elois's turn.
Should probably use the barrier.
You're looking a bit weak, aren't you? No. No.
I look fine.
Oh, I probably should have used my movement there, but...
I think he's feeling very confident. So he...
Is going to give us a 5-minute speech about how great he is.
No, he conjures a wall of force.
Oh, not these again.
Oh, he's blocking us in the room.
Look at poor Smeek over here.
It's just like,
The other side of the wall of force. That is a lot of walls.
What the-
Oh, for God's
Here we go again, boys.
Oh my God! So
Here
he's
we
totally
go, here we-
separated.
Actually, he can do...
He's totally separated Ayla, the Guardian, and himself.
Is there this little gap here? Is that?
No,
No.
it's continuous wall. It's a continuous wall.
Oh shit. What do we do?
Lay down, cry.
doing?
He conjures this wall. Ayla is raging, but you can still hear him, although it's muffled through the sound of this wall, which stretches to the ceiling. There might possibly be like cracks in the stone that a thin gas or something could go through.
I freaking used all my spell slots on Dispel Magic, so thank
He
you.
basically calls out, he's just like, Lucius, if you surrender, I might let your friend live. I might throw this wild elf from the Sky City and see if she survives. Otherwise, I'm going to kill her, and then I'm going to kill the rest of you. You may decide what you wish to do. I suggest you take the noble manner and end it yourself. On the Guardian's turn, it will regenerate 10 hit points.
If we could wait an
And
hour.
then it will attack Ayla.
Ayla.
9 to hit is a miss.
No, wait.
Oh, it has advantage because she was reckless.
Oh, yeah.
So 25 to hit.
Yeah,
Second attack is a 17.
exactly.
She's going to take 22 points of damage, but she'll half both of those, so it would go... it'd be 5, so she takes 10 points of damage.
Oh,
Oh, 22, it'd be 11 points of damage.
okay.
So it just like pounds into her as she's like trying to deflect it and fight off this creature. Sentry.
She said there's cracks in the wall. Can I peer through and then cast Misty Step?
There's no cracks in the wall of force.
Okay.
The wall of force is completely solid.
Okay.
But there's like the stone and stuff is cracked on the ground.
Right.
With Misty Step, also the bookshelves themselves, I would say that yes, like as long as you can see through it. In fact,
Okay.
you don't need a crack. The wall is see-through.
Oh, see-through,
You can
so
just
I can
teleport
just go
to the side.
through.
Yes, you can.
Awesome.
So did you
I'm
do
gonna
that?
go
God,
next
what
to
a
next to
power
those
play.
two.
Like here?
Yeah, and then we're gonna
So
attack.
Sentry just vanishes in like a blossom of flowers and leaves, and then reappears on the other side, axe swinging.
Axe swinging, so,
So
I'm
it's
gonna
bonus action to Misty
bonus action,
Step.
yeah,
Tom,
and
do
I'm
you
gonna attack
mind?
them
Two
twice.
attacks. Who are you
Yeah.
attacking?
Thank you,
Elois
pal.
or the Guardian?
Elois.
Outside.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and knock him out. So 17 plus 5,
That's not.
17, 18, 19, 20, 22 for the first one,
That's going to hit.
and 18 for the second one.
18 on that second one, he's going to cast Shield and deflect it.
Right, fair enough. So one
So one hits.
hit, so it's D8 plus 4, and then I'm gonna do
Divine Smite.
and level 2 again.
So
So
an
that's
extra 3d8. So you do like
4d8.
4d8.
Oh, wait,
basically.
did you advantage those?
Downstairs.
no, I'm attacking twice.
No, but you do get advantage.
do
You
get
might get a crit.
Oh,
Use
nice.
restraint.
Okay,
Yep.
I'll do them both again.
And you also might hit on that second one. So that
no,
second
I
one.
didn't
Yeah,
hit.
we'll say the second one hits even with the shield.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
so you hit twice.
So
Remember when you have advantage though,
yeah,
it makes
so
a big difference.
8d8.
Yeah.
So-
88. Oh my
Well,
god.
if you're, I mean, do you have the spell slots to do another second level though?
Oh, that's true. No, I'll just do it. No, okay.
So you can do a normal hit,
Yeah.
and then you can spend like a first level spell slot to Divine Strike,
yeah,
which
okay.
is 2d8.
So 2d8. Cool. Okay.
So 3d8 total.
3d8 total.
And then, yeah.
So 8, 9, 10
Yep.
plus 4, 14.
So 14.
14.
Okay, I have to make a Constitution saving throw for him.
Come on. Die.
Oh! No, that's the Shield Guardian's con. Yeah, he's going to fail. The Wall of Force collapses.
Yeah!
Oh my
Concentration
god.
fails.
Sentry play
That was
of the day.
the big play. Misty stepping through a
job.
shield
Very,
of force.
very good. Very smart play.
Top
Nice.
play.
Second attack.
Second attack. Oh, cool.
Also a fucking shit roll at 6 on his concentration
So another
check.
3d8.
Wait.
Yep.
6, 12, 13.
13 more points.
Nice.
You can see, like, as Sentry pummels him, his magical protections and armor are beginning to fade as he stumbles back. Guardian, deal with her! Quickly! After Sentries, let's make a death saving throw for Smeek. That's a 4, it's an extra check. He's on 2 death saving throws.
I mean, our priorities.
Ayla's go!
I have Spare the Dying, but,
Ayla!
Ayla.
you know.
Kind of what he wanted,
But
right?
Kim, think of the shirt.
Could.
Do you like merchandise?
So is his hand like pinned in place and he's still holding this bomb?
He's not pinned.
Elois? He's not, but he's still restrained, isn't he?
Restrained doesn't mean pinned. Like, it just means he can't move. Like, his legs are frozen.
Oh, right.
The vines have wrapped around his legs. It doesn't, like, the restrained condition isn't paralysis.
I'm trying to figure out what she could do to get the bomb off him.
Smash him until he dies.
Because she could just whack his arm, but then the bomb will just go rolling onto the floor.
I mean, he's holding a sphere.
Yeah, you don't know if it's a bomb.
It might be.
Because he has to put the spell in it.
True.
Well, there might be a spell in it already. Who knows?
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't know.
Ayla certainly wouldn't know.
Okay, well, yeah, I think she is just going to continue just mega whacking.
Okay.
So advantage on both. 11 on both, plus
Round.
19.
I'm going to shield it.
Okay.
That's my reaction.
And the second, 20.
That hits, and I can't do anything about it.
1d8 and a dex save from him as well.
16.
Saves. 1 damage. Half of 1. 1.
Okay. Lightning crackles up and
man.
strikes him, but he manages to throw himself just to the side after a vicious blow. Grunts and staggers to the side. After Ayla, we go to Nova.
Okay. Can I move?
You move yourself where you need to.
I'm gonna just move really hard, and then just trying to decide what to do. I'm so confused. Sod it. I'm gonna attack the Guardian and Green Flame Blade, both of them,
Yep, you have to move next to the Guardian.
and then I have advantage on this.
Yes, you do, yeah.
Okay, so 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 to hit.
Hits.
So D10 on the hit on the Guardian. 6, 7, 8,
freaking out
10
right now.
points Tiangong damage.
Yep.
And then Green Flame. Is it 2d8s or is it 1?
It's
like, I
1d8
rolled
to the
and then
Guardian,
add-
and then you do a d8 plus thingy to
But is it a
Elois.
separate d8 to Elois?
Yes.
Okay.
Separate target, separate dice.
Yeah.
So it's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 to the Guardian. And
Hang on, you already rolled damage against the Guardian.
Yeah.
So you roll the damage against the Guardian, which is
Yeah.
your normal weapon
the
damage.
stabbing, yeah.
But then you add a d8 to that. It's not d8 plus your modifier again.
Okay, so plus 7. So I
Okay.
rolled a 6, 7, 8. So I need 17 to the Guardian.
Yeah, okay.
And then
And then to Elois, you do a d8 plus your modifier.
8
Okay, 8
points
points.
of green flames to
Okay.
Elois.
So again,
damage.
the
Oh, wait,
damage-
wait. Plus 3 from to Elois again. From my Hexblade Curse. Sorry.
Okay, yep. So the green flame launches across and scars across Elois's arm as he recoils back, desperately trying to gain some leverage, looking around at the enemies before him. That's your go, Lucius.
Yep.
It's just turned to like seething hatred on Lucius, which he's probably never seen before. And he just throws an acid chromatic orb past the Guardian at
Towards
Elois.
Elois. Yeah, you have advantage because he's restrained.
Wicked sick. So 17 on that one, and then a 4 on that one, so 17 plus 6 is 23.
Hits and he can't do anything about it.
5d8.
Nor can he counterspell because he shielded earlier. Otherwise, I would have
Yeah, we are
absolutely
just-
counterspelled
we are
that.
just
I would have been like,
Burning his
no.
reactions now.
Just d8s.
I think we're doing this properly, where we're just all wailing on him, and he's just burning reactions so quickly.
Yep. Against the high-level spellcaster, it's the
24 points of acid damage.
24.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Lucius is
Like that dude
angry.
Robocop.
The acid just coats like one side of his face and just begins dripping down, and you hear this sizzling. He's like, what have you done? It's like just coating him. No! As it just completely covers his face.
Same response. I've avenged my father.
You've done nothing!
Dichromancy
How much?
of 6
Damn.
Still not enough.
hits him after that speech.
Yes. He's just like hissing and agony. I forgot to add, he does have a bit more of his shield recovers when he cast Wall of Force. But yeah, it just splashes all over his face and he's just like, ah! Desperately trying to claw off the acid away from the wound. Quill.
I'm going to put a hand towards the Guardian, and I'm going to use Command as a Wisdom saving throw. And the word I'm going to use is deactivate.
I believe, does it where does it cause a charmed condition, or read the spell out to me?
You speak a one-word command to a creature you can see within range, must succeed a wisdom saving throw or follow the command on its next turn.
Okay, but it's not actually a charmed effect.
Has no effect if the target is undead, or if it doesn't understand my language.
Nope, it understands, yep. Okay, yeah, so it's not a charmed effect, so it does place. So wisdom saving throw, you said?
Yeah.
14.
15!
Okay, what was the command?
Deactivate.
Deactivate. Okay, yeah. You watch as it just shuts down. It will only last briefly, because it can reactivate itself when unless it's attacked, but it means that this turn it takes no action.
Oh, okay, I thought it was just going to like...
No,
Sure.
I'm not going to do that, but it's basically like it shuts itself down, and then it will have to come back to life again when Elois commands it to.
Right, okay.
Which he can do as a free action, but...
There's nothing I can do for Smeek, is there? Like, I can't spend any more spell slots, I mean.
Medicine.
You
check
could
or
move,
something.
and then medicine check.
With the bonus action?
Oh, with a bonus action, no, you couldn't. Nope. Let's leave it to fate.
But let it be known that I tried.
You didn't try. I mean, you could have done anything else, but you wanted that command, which is a good spell.
The command,
That's a
I
great
think that's
fucking
worth
move.
it.
I fucking love it.
But I do want to go back and get him.
Absolutely. Well, it is after your go, Quill.
We could always
It's
go
Elois's.
on a wonderful resurrection adventure.
Elois
The goblin must
he looks infuriated at Quill. He's like, Guardian, activate! And you see it beginning to come back to life. And he will... Oh, damn. He's got a lot of melee around him. This is a tricky one for him. So many things I could cast. That's
How has
gone.
he still got slots?
He's got a lot of slots. He's got a
Probably
lot
quite
of
a high
slots.
level.
King
like,
of the
He's
slots.
a very high
he is
level.
against like 6 of us.
Oh, he can't even cast that anymore because I've used the slot. He will... He basically, so he rises up, he's just like, how dare you? I am Elois Ironstaff Celestar. I am a servant of this great city, and I have watched it fall to reckless young nobles like you for far too long. I will make sure that Gusthaven survives. You will not stop me here. And he conjures a bead of orange flame, and he throws it desperately, hitting 5, 10, 15, 20. He will catch the Guardian, but he will catch everybody except Ayla and Sentry, so Quill, Lucius, Nova. Dexterity saving throw.
I think it
please.
matters for me.
Do we still got
same.
anything?
Nova, you
with-
get my +2, I think, because you're close.
Nova does. Is Lucius?
Oh my god, Lucius!
I've got 8 HP anyway.
I've got 6. I think we're both going down again. Another fireball.
What'd you get?
16.
16 is just enough to pass. You're going to take half. 29 fire damage.
Yeah.
Half to 14 for Nova.
Up and down 3 times now.
As a bonus action, he twists off the sphere and opens it. But this was an experimental sphere he had.
It's a wild magic.
82, nothing. You watch as like a spell begins emerging and then it just and just dissipates. And he throws the broken spheres down in rage. Guardian, finish them!
Open the party popper sphere.
Yes, laid those down. The
There's the
Guardian,
rest.
he has ordered it to activate, but it will take some time. So I'll say for this turn it has no action. Sentry.
Before we do that,
Critical injury checks, yep.
injury check.
Yep, DC is increased. Well, DC is the same, but you get
11.
That's the roll. The DC would have been
That's your con.
14.
16.
16?
20.
20. You both succeed.
Oh, God. I'm really Dyson.
These two
I'll get
fucking...
knocked down.
Yeah, you boys.
That literally is
Sentry.
a song of
I'm
our
just going to attack
campaign.
Elois twice again.
Yeah.
Same.
Yep.
Do they have advantage?
Nat 20 on 1.
Oh, no,
20
that's advantage still.
an advantage
Yeah.
still.
Yeah,
Because
so
they're
that's
still
one
trying.
attack with... That's a crit on your first attack.
Nice. So I just roll the second one again.
And the other one.
And then,
And the
yeah.
other one. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
23 hits and he can't shield it. He's used
And the
his
first
reaction.
one's crit as
The
well.
first one's a
one's
crit.
crit.
Roll the crit. Let's see how much damage you do.
So
It is
8
max
plus
damage.
4.
So you do what your normal damage is D8 plus 4.
D8 plus 4 normal
so
damage.
So you do 12 points of damage. Roll the D8 again.
Hello, where'd you go? 6.
6 points, so that's 18.
Plus your
18.
modifier as well.
Plus my mod is 4, so it's 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24.
No, we've already added the mod.
Okay.
The mod it's D8, so the
Yep.
weapon damage is D8 plus 4. For the crit, you max the D8.
Yep.
So 8 plus 4, 12.
Yep.
Roll the D8 again for the crit effect.
Yeah.
18.
That was a 6.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay.
So that gets added, so it's 18.
Yep.
So
That's the crit damage,
Yeah.
unless you're divine smiting.
I'll divine smite on top of that one as well.
Okay, so roll. So you would get 2d8
2 more
maximized. Is 16 plus another 2d8.
16 is
21.
21 for the first one.
Okay.
That's almost level 1's gone.
Seeing like this kind of explosion, Sentry, you rush forward with the axe. How do you want to take him down?
I just want to do I want to knock him out or do I want to cleave him in twain?
I mean, you said in twain.
Knock him out. We need to.
This is Sentry's decision.
It's up to you.
You do.
I'll knock him out. I'll take the butt of my axe and just bonk him on the
Kind of
head.
like slam him against the back wall.
Yeah.
And you just watch as his eyes roll back and he slumps down. The Guardian does not deactivate though.
Okay.
Even though he's unconscious, the Guardian is still like,
Still get
must
out.
protect Elois, must protect Elois, and begins storming around. At the end of the Sentry's go, we have death saving throw. Oh, no, it's on your turns. Meek has a death saving throw. 17.
Oh!
Still going.
Still going.
He's two.
Come on,
isn't he?
He's 2 for 2. He's
Come on.
2 for 2. After that, Ayla's go.
I mean, the Guardian's
The Guardian is still active, yes.
I mean, what other actions does she have other than just whack and whack? Get
I
those
think you just
whacks.
answered your own question there.
Or just
But
keep
yeah.
on
Keep
whacking.
on whacking.
You got advantage as well.
Yeah.
Keep on smacking.
18 plus. So
Yep, hits.
that'll hit 18 plus 8. And then 13 plus 8, 21. Both going. And
Yep.
another dex save from him.
So 21 points of damage was that?
No, that was 2 hits I just did.
Right, so give me the damage.
4 plus 5, so 9. And then 8 plus 5,
13.
17,
8 plus 5 is 30.
23 total
23.
for both attacks. And then the lightning as well.
Yep.
Oh, he has disadvantage on
Yep.
dex.
Yep.
4 damage!
4 damage. He's at an even 100 hit points. But
What?
still.
Holy what now?
As in, like, he's taken 100 points of damage.
Yeah, I was just like, what?
He's taken 100 points of damage. So she slams the hammer into him a couple of times and he just turns. And you can see he's still trying to protect Elois's body, like deflecting it with his body, but his arms are swinging out.
Is there anything she could do to, like, try and taunt it?
No.
Okay.
Does she have an ability that can do that?
She bonus action roar.
Yep. Cool. You want to make an intimidate check for me?
Intimidate.
Yeah.
10 plus intimidation. I can't believe people still use paper to play their games of D&D. 13.
At 13, this thing seems like it has a singular purpose, which is to protect Elois from all threats. And it is engaging Ayla, but it's also engaging Sentry. It's engaging the 2 active threats right now.
Okay. She just keeps glancing down at him like,
Okay.
he's next.
Me. Can I?
I want to finish this. We've got 15
I'll
minutes.
give Lucius a potion.
Okay, regular potion.
Yeah, regular potion.
Make sure you're marking these potions off, by the way,
Yep,
guys.
they're on the
Yeah.
outline.
Mine's
It's like your greater ones.
Yep.
That is 2, 2, 2, 6. 6 HP for Lucius. 6
Okay.
HPs.
Thank you.
Okay. Lucius, your turn. You don't need to make a death saving throw because you are not unconscious.
I mean, you
All
probably
right.
need to check for being drowned in healing potions.
I've got an allergy.
Tasty.
Chromatic orb of acid at level 3 because I've got the spell slot.
Okay.
That is.
You did use one before.
Yeah, but I used the one.
Yeah, you've cast it twice before. You
Yeah.
cast it once,
I've
then
got
you spent.
3 level-
Okay, yeah, nice. Okay.
Advantage because he's restrained.
He's not. The entangle goes when
Oh,
Gordon's
okay,
not
sorry.
8.
No, that
Oh yeah, shit.
So 8 total is a miss. Like, it just splashes overhead as the creature ducks underneath. End of your turn?
Does it still? I have to hit, don't I, for dice?
Yes. No, it's when you cast the spell, so you can still dichromancy it.
Boom. 6 damage.
Okay. Quill, make a death saving throw, please.
Okay. 15.
That's a success. After Quill, we go to
Scary.
its go. It will make 1 attack against Ayla and 1 attack against Sentry. In fact, it will also reach down and like scoop up Elos' body with one hand, and then it's going to try and punch Ayla with its remaining hand instead. Natural 20.
Okay.
This is a lot of damage.
Yeah, shit. Has Ayla gone down before?
Nope. Oh, 2 1s! 18 points of bludgeoning damage, half to 9, because she's raging.
Oh, cool.
Remember rage. And then, he is going to try and run. So Sentry, Ayla, Nova, and Lucius all get attacks of opportunity.
Rock and roll.
God, everybody.
18.
Can he run? He's entangled.
No, he's not. You went
Because you've
unconscious.
got
Oh, yeah, I remember.
you're
Sorry.
sleepy.
15.
15 is a miss.
16.
16 is a miss.
Natural 1.
Miss.
18.
18 is a hit.
Going for it.
Guardian, it's huge.
6.
6 points of damage.
Yeah.
Size of a building!
You cleave him in as the back as it's just like running down the corridor, trying to make its way for the door, carrying its master.
No.
Smeek.
Oh,
Bad
no.
news.
No!
Oh, come on.
And that is a 2.
Does the Guardian like step on him? Is he like laying on the floor?
He saved
He
Saved 2 and
failed
failed
2.
2. That's
He
a third
failed.
failure.
Oh.
You just hear this kind of.
Oh my god!
That's the way you would have wanted to go, right?
No, no, it really wasn't.
I don't think
You wanted to
frozen-
die by lightning.
And he was frozen, burned,
Fireball.
and stomped.
Literally the opposite.
Yeah!
Oh, we don't need to release that t-shirt now.
Hey, let's go.
Oh my
No,
god.
it's a memorial t-shirt now. It's in memoriam.
R.I.P.
I will remember you.
Ayla is gonna
I miss his sweet garbles.
run to the end of the corridor.
I want to see because I want to see if he can get like away. I don't think he will, but
She's gonna use her Tempest Lance thing. I don't know.
oh,
What do I need
the
to do
lightning
for that?
hammer thing.
Yeah, what do I need to do to throw this at them?
Okay.
Although, will that hit Elvis? I mean, it will. It's like she does it.
Okay. So you throw it. It turns into a lightning bolt as soon as she throws it. It passes through. What's the? I think it's 46 lightning damage. Elois. So basically, let's roll from death saving throws for Elois as well. Okay, that's a failure. That's another failure. So the lightning bolt passes through his dead body, and then it strikes the shield guardian. Make a normal weapon attack against the guardian.
Okie dokie.
So like a normal hammer attack.
13.
13 is not enough. Actually, kind of like he turns around, knocks the hammer to the ground, and then it flies back into her hand. Because it turns into a lightning bolt, and then she makes an attack against the last creature, and if that hits, it adds extra damage to it.
Okay, well she'll
Then use the rest of her movement to run up.
Yeah, behind her. So when
Okay.
it moves again.
When it moves again, Nova. I mean, I think you guys have got this. Even with its regeneration, I think you can output the damage quickly enough.
I kind of want to spare the dying on Quill.
Do that then.
Or I don't know whether
Spare the
to
dying on Quill.
attack the Guardian though.
Well, choose. Let's try it actually with Quill down. I don't really want to end this combat until I know that what you're doing.
Yeah. I don't want to die.
Yeah, I'm gonna spare the dying on Quill.
Okay.
And then can I also grab like as many documents as possible from the desk?
I mean,
Like, is that too much?
5, cast a spell, 5, 10. No, I'd say you can do that, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you spare the dying on Quill, and then you run back and start gathering up the papers.
Yeah.
I mean, Lucius had them, actually. Lucius was
Oh,
holding
he had them in.
Yeah, he was
So
holding
you've got them. Okay.
I mean, maybe he put them down, I guess, or something, but
Fireball.
could have been burnt away.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, can I say I grabbed?
Yeah, they're on the table. You didn't actually, you just read them and then put them down.
You can grab
So
So I
Nova
grab
grabs them. Lucius.
I'm going to cast a spell from my spell list. And it's gonna be Melf's Acid Arrow, because I'm in an acid mood today.
Okay. On the creature. No advantage. Just go for it.
Damn, Lucius so toxic today.
12 plus 6, 18.
Hits.
4d4.
I mean, I'm gonna
And Dichromancy at 5.
second level, so 5.
2, 3, 4, 5.
I know, Sid. I know.
7.
Wrap up. 7 extra points. 1, 2, 4. Okay, and then he'll take, on his turn, he takes like another, doesn't he? He takes 2d4 more or something?
Yes.
Just roll that now. I don't know how much it is.
Half as much on the next turn.
Oh, so half as much.
2d4, sorry. Yeah, so 4.
Okay. Quill, I just really want to quickly, because the next 2 rounds will change some things massively.
I'm back. I'm spared of dying, so I can't do anything.
Yeah, that's true,
Yeah,
you're down.
sorry.
I got nat 20 as well, damn it.
So,
Just stand up.
this is the main thing I was waiting for. It's Elois's death saving throw.
Right.
It's an 8.
Okay, that's 1 fail.
Is it?
Is it?
He got hit by the lightning.
And there was a turn where he was just unconscious as well. The Guardian basically moves away. Ayla gets an attack. By the time this thing gets to the door, you're all just going to be going with cantrips and stuff.
Yeah.
We're going to call it. The Shield Guardian collapses under the firepower and the attacks and everything else. But as you reach Elois's body, he has bled out and has died of his wounds. He 3 failed saving throws. It was 1 while he was unconscious, 1 from the lightning bolt, and 1 just now.
It's like the second worst result we could have had.
He was already. That's why I was waiting for that turn, because he was 3 on that. That was his 3rd death saving throw.
Holy crap!
So he is dead. You are left with this library, the evidence of the papers gathered, Elois's dead body, the secret chamber. What ramifications this have, whether people believe you, we'll find out next time.
Mark needs to hurriedly figure out for next week.
Yeah.
We could just resurrect him.
Thanks. Thanks for watching.
Wow.
No, you
What?
can't. Well, you could, but you'd have to go somewhere else.
What? Why?
Because
Church, yeah.
No,
Let's
church
move
has
through
used
this
all of its
real quick so we
resurrections
can
for the year.
Get to
Told
the
you, you can only do
next.
2 a year. Right, we've got another one to do. Elven Noob. Do you want to go get your food, by the way, while I read these
Also,
out?
check out twitch.tv/DND
Yep.
very shortly.
Very
We're doing
soon.
our descent into Avernus.
We'll be doing that after this. Don't forget Rivals of Waterdeep is on.
More combat.
Those of you who've got food, go and get it.
Go say hi.
Elven Noob. Hi rollers, first time watching live from Australia. I was wondering if Mark had any plans to cover Pathfinder 2 over on Tabletop Weekly. No, sadly not. I'm probably not going to be doing too much on Tabletop Weekly. It's not even called Tabletop Weekly anymore. It's just Sherlock Holmes now. It's damn good. Hugs and warm plates for all the characters.
Thank you very
but
much.
no, unfortunately. Lightning Wing Dragon, more like using NordVPN to keep Quill from spying on people. He can see all, nothing is beyond the birdie. Also, guess what's hidden in the birdie? The word die. Wow. Zelda Zorian, feels great to finally be able to watch live every week and donate to remind you guys how awesome you are, especially the Sing Master Mark Humes, the real belle of the ball.
Hey,
My Twitch stream recently.
nice.
When are you guys going to do a full High Rollers Twitch Sing streams? Yes!
Yeah. I'll do that.
Yeah.
I hate
Yeah.
karaoke, but I'll do that.
Nightjar, heart. Thank you very much, Nightjar. Absurdatory Matrix. Mark, if you're looking for fun travel reading, try 2 series by Lewis McMaster Bajol, The Curse of Chalion and the Vorkosigian Saga, The Warrior's Apprentice. Her characters are fun and you might find them right up your alley. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
1,500 bits from Maxwell Teller. Been catching up for 2 years. Finally made it so hyped. Thank you for the bits.
Welcome.
Metamanu, thank you very much for a generous donation, but no message. Mia Kitty, can't watch today, but take my money. I hope today goes well. Thank you very much, Mia Kitty. Deline Dan, first time live, love the podcast, love meeting you guys at YogCon. I've got your signature booked in. Great, get tattooed around my HR.
Oh,
dice for
yeah.
13.
Nice.
I'll
Send
tweet it
us
when it's
pictures.
done.
Send us
Love you all. Thank you very
pictures,
much.
please do.
Hal 40k, always a pleasure to enjoy some good story building with the Aerois characters. Thank you very much, Hal. Varys donated, no message. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi zombies. Hi rollers. I've got my mum and my brother into D&D recently. Currently running Lost Minds of Fandevil for them, and a friend got to be a spectator soon, so get to bring out the Tharisdun voice. It was great meeting you all at YogCon. Calling it now. It's not safe in the library.
That's from
lol.
me and Hannah doing Outlast. Bandai
Nenzai. Brookstone again. Mark, you mad lad. Thank you very much, Bandai Nenzai. Bayfeather donated. Yes, the pistachios are salted. Do you want them shelled or no? I don't understand. But thank you for the donation. Darth Day 41. Let this be a lesson to not go into libraries or something. Our poor goblin boy, sad face. Nightjar, how could you? You were Brookstone again. And now my dear sweet goblin son has paid for your sins. Your hands. Thanks very much, Nightjar. Hi zombies. It's not safe in the library. Thank you very much.
It's really not.
Jacoep, why did no one think who could use the door in the middle of the library? Not my little boy Smeek. It's time for some serious trust issues, guys. How sad it is. Was fun watching though. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Lightning Wing Dragon, Mark, honest DM question. For the battle with Elois, can we assume that his rank or skill outweighs the party's level capabilities, since this is almost certainly going to be an adventure for another day? How do you cope with impromptu character balancing? I don't. The world is the world. Ace of Thorns. Oh, Mark, did you have to fold, spindle, and mutilate pure precious goblin boy? No, don't answer that. Happy anniversary, Kimpai. Thank you very much. Nightjar. You guys better start saving up because I've got lots of therapy bills incoming for this episode of Trauma. I love you guys, but good grief, my heart isn't as strong as it used to be. Now for Lightfall. Also, res my son, or at least give him a funeral. Thank you very much. New Alex, what an episode, love it. This party is definitely going to develop even more trust issues in the future. Possibly to point of intensively interrogating the entire Stormbreaker crew before launch. Who do you really work for?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to happen.
I'm Service You Matrix. Just donating again to say, wow, that certainly was a journey, wasn't it? Quite a session, high rollers. Avernus, a literal hell might be less stressful.
Let's
find out.
I love this episode.
KB Mans, reincarnate Smeek. It's literally what he wanted. Thanks very much. Decoeb was going to donate that Smeek was unconscious. So happy internet went bad. I checked chat just to read. Smeek died. Well, I guess I would just cry in the corner.
Man.
Thanks very much. Socialism for the win. By the time this session is done, I think Brookstone will be in the dictionary. That's it. We've got to go.
We were
Thanks.
Brookstone.
Bye. See you next week. See you on DC.